We are live. So, what's going on? How are you feeling about the Dolphins' schedule that got announced?
I mean, I know as we're at the Colts week 1. That's all I care about. After that,
You have to give me this. Give me this total. Give me a broad overview. What's the over under for their wins?
8.5.
You got them
At 8.5. Well, I mean, that's like,
yeah.
do I got them over or under? I mean, I think that's a perfect line because that's kind of where they're at. Every year they win between 8 and 11 games.
I gotta say, the Niners was 10.5, and I thought, fuck, that's a great line because I could easily see them going under or over. Like that's just the right line based on the schedule.
You can see them going 10 and 7.
I could easily wait. Is it? I thought they had 18 games.
No, 17. There's 18 weeks,
Okay.
but there's 17.
Oh, right. Okay. I could easily see them going 10 and 7.
11
I
and
could
6.
easily see them going 9 and 8.
Yeah. Injuries don't go your way like last year, and then
They
same
just
with the
blow a
Dolphins.
couple of games we're supposed to win, which happens
I mean,
every year.
Yeah, I could see the Dolphins getting injury luck, and then Tua playing all the games, and then winning 11 games again, like they did 2 years ago. You know, and then I could see Tua getting hurt, and then the offensive line not working out, and the running game not working again, and then winning like 7 or 8 games. So I don't know. It's hard to say. It's not like if I was like, it's not like the Chiefs or the Bills, where it's like, I got Josh Allen or I got Mahomes. I know they're probably going to play every game, and they're locked to win 10 games at least. But I'm excited for the season. There's a lot of pessimism around the fan base about this year, and I'm just like, to me, that's like that. Maybe to me is a signal that maybe they're going to be better than everyone thinks, just because the people who are like pessimistic about them now were optimistic like the last 3 years.
Sure. My brothers and my cousins in our group chat, I was the wet blanket where I was like, oh, look at the schedule. We're all talking about it. And I posted a thing where I'm like, I think we got maybe 10 wins in here. And they're like, you have us losing 2 games to the Rams? I'm like, yeah, absolutely, I do.
Yeah, the Rams are good, man.
I was like, absolutely. I'm like, the only reason I have them splitting with the Cardinals is because Call of Duty might come out, and that little quarterback may get distracted. But I feel like our division is better than it was the last year, but we have so many easy teams outside of our division that we may eat on really bad teams. We're not playing almost any elite teams this year.
What's the other division you guys are playing? Do you know? Like,
what's that?
Well, because usually you'll play like another division in the AFC and the NFC.
Yeah.
Like
it's not like the NFC. I don't know. Actually, I'm thinking about it. I think. Oh, I think we play like the AFC South because we play Jacksonville. We play Texans. We play
cakewalk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like those teams should not be a problem for us.
No, should be easy. Here. I'll go over the schedule real quick
for
you guys.
Yeah, I just pulled it up. I'll tell you what they are as you tell me what they are.
Do you want to go or do you want me to go?
No, you tell me the thing. I'll tell you if it's an L or a W.
At Seahawks.
L. We're going to start off with the season with a big loss.
At Saints.
Win. I don't see us losing to that scrub quarterback they just got, Sugar or whatever.
Versus Cardinals.
Loss. That's our first home game. We're going to disappoint.
Versus Jags.
W. First home win because
sunshine.
Yeah.
At Rams.
Loss.
At Bucks.
Win.
Ooh, that's gonna be tough though. I mean,
I know it's gonna be tough, but 11 I have it as a win because we're gonna be like we can't go 2-4.
Yeah.
So we're gonna what I mean?
Yeah. Rally the troops, circle the wagons.
Yeah.
Versus Falcons.
Win.
At Texans.
Loss.
At the Nut Squad.
Win.
Versus Rams.
Loss.
At Cardinals.
This is the win that I have because I feel like we're gonna split those. Since I gave them the loss at home, I think we're gonna take one on the road.
Versus Panthers.
Win.
At Browns.
Win.
Versus Titans.
Win.
At Colts.
Win.
Versus Bears.
Win.
Versus Seahawks.
Loss. Is that I feel like that's not pessimistic, but it's realistic. What I just told you. That's a lot of wins, though. And so I said we can lose easily 2 of those those games just based on like doing dumb shit. So.
Yeah, I mean, you have them going 10-7, I think.
Yeah.
You just said.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want? I'll do the Dolphins real quick, or you want to read them off, and I'll.
Yeah. Here, let me open it up on my phone because I have it right here. Oh, but we get new jerseys, both of our teams this year. That's exciting.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how ugly they are.
Okay. Downloads. Here it is. Okay. So you opened up with the Colts.
That's a win.
Okay. Patriots.
That's a win.
I think that's on the road though, right?
No, versus. I'm looking
okay,
at
that's okay. So you're saying you went at home on?
Yeah, we owe the Colts from last year, and Tua didn't play last year, so he's playing week 1, so I know we'll win that.
Bills.
This is provided that Tua is playing.
Thursday Night Football, by the way,
Loss.
short week.
Loss.
Jets Monday Night Football.
Win.
Panthers.
Win.
Chargers.
Well, that's at home. I'm gonna give us a loss.
Okay. Browns.
Loss.
Really?
Yeah, it's just on the road. That's one of those games where we come out flat. I just
Falcons.
We always win.
Ravens.
Loss.
Bills.
That's at home. That's a win. We're gonna split.
Wow. Commanders.
That's in Spain. That's a loss.
Oh wow. Saints.
Win.
Jets.
Win.
Steelers.
Oh, that's a night game at Steelers. Cold. That's a loss.
Bengals.
I'm gonna say win.
Bucks.
Win.
And then Patriots.
Win.
You have your team winning basically every game.
No, I don't.
You said you're basically gonna go perfect.
No, it said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have us going 11-6. Yeah. So
you think you're gonna have a better record than us?
Yeah. I just said 11-6, so yeah, I guess yeah. I mean, we did beat you last year, so I don't think we're better. I think we're better than you anyway. So.
Okay.
We went 11-6 2 years ago. I don't think it's that far fetched. We get to play the Patriots and Jets twice, so
it's true.
And we get to play the Falcons. Yeah. All that goes out the window if Tua plays like an asshole and gets hurt in week 2. And
yeah, then you guys will become like
Zach Wilson's team, baby.
Football again.
Or Zach Wilson takes over and has a Kurt Warner-esque season, and we go to the Super Bowl because.
Well, that would be incredible.
That would be incredible.
Happening, but
Zach attack. I'm all in on Zach Wilson, man. All in.
It's scary. It's a scary thing to say.
Gotta believe, man. Gotta believe in more in Mahomes.
I'm checking the link to make sure that it actually clicks through. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't see the thumbnail when I click on it. I guess it doesn't matter.
Denver's up on OKC, 37-34.
So let's see. What do we got? What did you get up to today?
I finished a cover. Took a nap. Walked the dog. That was about it.
I'm finishing up a bunch of work. I didn't even get time out to get a walk. So tomorrow I gotta really make sure I get my shit off. But I hate those days when I don't get to get out and get on a walk, It's really annoying.
Still getting after it, or?
Yeah. Last week, actually, on Mother's Day, I walked to my mom's house, and it was really nice because the weather was nice. My mom lives a little over 2 miles away, so it was a nice, just 4-mile day, and then I walked a little extra, around the park and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was really funny. On the way home, I was walking in the park, and I had like eaten a bunch because my mom had made food and stuff. Like a bunch of our family came over, and I was like, oh, I gotta walk this shit off. Because as I was walking away, they're like, oh, you want to ride? You want to ride? I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I want to walk. So I'm walking, and my stepdad, for some reason, said, "You look like you're homeless." And I was like, "What? Why?" And I think it's just because my hair is long and my beard was not trimmed. Like now I trimmed it because it was pretty unkempt. But I think my hair was like long, and it was like probably it was windy, and I had just taken off my hat because sometimes when I walk I put on like a bandana when it's kind of warm out. That way, I'm not fucking up a hat and I'm like catching the sweat from getting in my face.
Mm-hmm.
But so I'm walking through the park, and I'm like, just to give you an idea, I'm wearing some Dickies, some brown Dickies, like a navy blue sweater vest with like a shirt underneath it. So I'm like very casual, and I have a bandana on my head. Very casual. I'm chilling though, and I'm walking. I think the people I saw these people. They're having a party at the park, and they're all like gathered around like the barbecue pit, and they're like cooking some food up. And I'm like kind of looking at them, just see what's going on. Like you see some people, you're like, oh, what's going on over there? As I'm walking by, they like stop me. They like wait. They like wave me down. I take out my headphone. Like, yeah, what's up? And like, you want some food? They said in Spanish, and I was like, oh no, thank you, I'm good, thank you. Like, oh, okay, yeah. But this food smelled hella fucking good, and I was like, man, I kind of want to get some, but the whole point of me walking back was to like walk off some of the food that I had just eaten. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that.
I would have got that shit to go. Like,
yeah, give me a burrito for the road. But I told my mom about that, and she goes, "Why? Did they think you looked homeless?" And I was like, "No way. What is this?" I'm like, "Where is he even coming from?" Because I didn't even hear my stepdad say that, like earlier before that. So then she was like, "Oh, you didn't hear him say that?" I'm like, no, but that's weird that you would say that because I don't look like I am unhoused. I don't look like an unhoused neighbor. I look like I have a house.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. It's not. It's hard to be like, oh, that person looks homeless too, because it's like
Nowadays, most people who are well, not most, plenty of people who are unhoused, they have better fits than I do often. I got to be honest. When I'm walking, I see a motherfucker, and they have a sign out like this is like please help or whatever, and they got like a dog with them. They got some nice shoes on. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker's fit is going crazy compared to mine. I'm just wearing like a shirt and some shorts or whatever, and they look cool as hell. But yeah, I agree with you.
Well, it's because they can't, people get forced out of their homes because of rent hikes or whatever, and they're like, it's not like they were destitute,
Yeah.
They just can't afford a house anymore. Like, we have people who camp in the park here who have like TVs and shit in their little tent because it's like they just have nowhere else to go,
Yeah.
Like,
well, you want to get to our hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the New Cool Meat podcast. It's me, Ramon Villalobos. I'm here as always with my boy Tony Gregori.
Howdy.
No Ibrahim again today. He was doing a layout, so he doesn't have time to do it. I actually was almost like, dude, I'm so busy right now. I'm inking and like finishing up a bunch of shit all at once, and I was like, I'm a little burnt out. I don't know if we should do it, but I'm like, you know what? There's a couple of things that I was like, I really want to do it. That way it's still fresh, still, relevant. One is which my Warriors, they lost last night. They kind of went out sad.
R.I.P.
And, I didn't want to make it look like I was ducking. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah. You're not Jimmy Butler. You don't duck the fade.
Jimmy went hard.
Okay.
I know you have this fucking agenda, but I felt like Jimmy was playing good.
Yeah. All right. Fucking barista Bazemore. Well, I just hope he's still joyful. That's all. I just hope he's still joyful.
Yeah, he is.
I would hate for him to lose his joy again because we know what happens in that.
Next year, when they have he's already talking about. I'm excited about the off season. I get to play with my dogs. We get to go vacation together. Put our kids around each other. Really.
Oh, he's gonna be around his kids. Oh my god.
That's right. That's right.
Wow.
And He's just talking about how beautiful the off season is going to be. They're going to grow as a team. I believe that they will. On to next season. I'm excited.
Good. Happy for him.
I thought this year, because of the circumstances, it was going to be tough. But the thing that sucks is we didn't really get a chance because of Steph's injury. It was just like the worst possible time. But I thought like we almost were going to be able to sneak one, not because they were super good, but because I felt like a lot of the talent around the league, like I thought they could match up well against the Thunder because we keep beating them this year. I feel like we just have like they're not used to defending against the stuff that the Warriors do. The Nuggets, if they make it through that round, then I thought they might have beat us, right? I thought if Steph didn't get hurt, the Wolves had nothing for Steph like defensively. So like I thought we could have won that in 5 or 6 games. But without Steph, it's, that all goes out the window. The team is built around him, so it's like not having Brock Purdy in the NFC Championship game. You're not going to win that game.
Sure.
So, it is what it is. I'm still watching the rest of this postseason. Well, obviously not right now, but
Yeah. Well,
I'm still excited to see who's going to come out through the other end.
You make that Kuminga move that you got in your back pocket. Look on the bright side, he showed out in the playoffs. So
he did.
So his value will go up. His value will go up. So if you decide to trade him, you could probably get something for him.
My thing with Kuminga is that he's going to be good on a team. I don't know if he's going to be good on our team because he does not play great with Steph and Jimmy and Draymond. Like he's just not. He doesn't space the floor enough.
Yeah.
And he wants the ball in his hands. Like you saw when he was good, it was because they were giving him the ball and saying, "Go get something."
Yeah.
Well, you can't do that with Steph's on the floor.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm sympathetic to his plight. He wanted to show something, but we just couldn't do it. So.
Well, he did though. I mean,
like with this team.
Yeah.
But everybody sort of acknowledged like he's on his way out. So.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Sign and trade.
Loved Kuminga. Loved rooting for him. Wish it could have worked out better.
Say Levy.
But yeah. So, anyways, in honor of my boy Steph Curry going out kind of sad though, I wanted to talk about Plezzy. Do you know what that is? Well, because I told you, but
yeah, now I do. I had no idea until like 30 minutes ago when you said the name of it.
Yeah. So here's the thing about Plezzy. The sports drink market is huge, right? The sports drink market is, I feel like because of Prime, like suddenly there were all these like other people who are like, we got to do a responsible alternative to Gatorade. Because Prime is such an irresponsible alternative to Gatorade. You know what I mean? Like,
did you watch? Did you see him backlash into Randy Orton? Randy Orton during the match, he grabbed some Prime and he drank it, someone's Prime, and like the camera was panning away from him. And he goes, "Oh, disgusting!" Like, but it was like a real moment.
I didn't watch any backlash.
I watched it. The clip popped up on my YouTube as like the little 15-second clip of him like talking shit about Prime.
But yeah, so because Prime, I think, was so bad as like a hydration beverage or whatever the fuck, I feel like people came out of the woodwork to put out alternatives to it. So one of the people that came out was Steph Curry, but not just Steph Curry, also Michelle Obama. So they wanted to put out a healthy version of Gatorade, of Prime, of Powerade, of Body Armor. And I was like, who gives a shit, right? But then I was like, well, he's my goat. He's my king. You know what I mean? So I wanted to taste test all the flavors. So I went to the store and I bought every single Plezzy. I got lemon lime. I got orange mango twist.
Oh, mango. Nice. I like mango.
Yeah, orange mango. As you can see, each one of these has a little guy wearing sunglasses. And here's the thing that's crazy to me. It says Steph Curry on it. And the last one is Tropical Punch. So it's Steph Curry. This one's got a little wolf with a hat. No, with a headband with 30 on it. Shout out to Steph Curry. So this is Tropical Punch. The mango one has a bear with glasses. I don't know if it's
That's the Grizzlies one.
Here we go. You see, nice little
Yeah.
bear with glasses.
Yeah.
And then this one, the lemon lime, has got a little cheetah with a baseball cap.
Oh.
Yeah.
Chester cheetah.
There we go. And they all have Steph Curry's signature on it.
And this is a collab with Michelle Obama?
Yeah, they're partnered together. Okay. It says, "We built Plezzy hydration with thirst-quenching taste and nutrients. You need to be your best self, so you can keep moving and have fun along the way." So here's the thing: it's clearly made for children, and I think that's the whole thing. Is like, it even kind of looks like Prime. Like when you see like the coloring of it, it's kind of got the Prime colors, you know. Mm-hmm. It says here that it's made with real fruit juice, 100% daily vitamin C, no artificial sweeteners, no high fructose corn syrup, no sugar added. That's a W, right?
Yeah, that's a W. And you know what? I said, do you believe that? But then thinking about Michelle Obama, I believe it because she was all about.
She was. Remember, people were like, they hated her because she was like, eat vegetables and eat fruits. And then after they were like, you will not fucking tell us that we eat healthy. And then as soon as she left, it was like RFK came. It was like, we should eat like raw, unpasteurized milk and vegetables that are grown from like, you know, only raw soil, whatever, you know, like shit that isn't even real. And people are like, see, he wants to make America healthy. What? Like, oh, she was talking about like community gardens, and they were like, we should kill her.
Yeah, carrots. And then, what?
And now he's talking about like community gardens that are exclusively worked on by inmates, and people are like, he's a genius, and he wants to save our country. I've been saying we need slavery, and finally somebody in the government agrees with me. So here's some more nutritional facts about this, okay? How many calories do you think is in one of these, by the way?
Oh, that's I'm going to guess 300.
70.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know how that compares to a Gatorade. Hold on. Let's see.
What's the sodium?
This is only 16.9 fluid ounces. Hold on. You know what? Let's open up. I think Prime is also pretty low cal. Gatorade calories. So for a 20-ounce bottle of Gatorade, oh, you know what? For this, 140 calories. And then there's a low-calorie G2, which is 50 calories. But that's for the 20-ounce bottle. For the 16-ounce bottle, 127. So still, like, a lot less, right? Mm-hmm. Did you fuck with Gatorade?
I did back when I was a kid. I don't fuck with it much anymore. I like those LMNTs.
Okay.
The little packets. I fuck with those. I like those a lot. There's too much sugar in Gatorade. It just
100%.
Yeah.
I fuck with the Liquid IV. You can get sugar-free ones, which are pretty nice. And the ones that I really fuck with are the energy ones. You know me, I'm a matcha freak, and they make a matcha hydration like energy thing, which I think is good. But so I used to love Gatorade. That was like my go-to thing when I was a kid. I loved that it came in a glass bottle. What's that?
What was your flavor? Did you go
lemon lime or orange? You know, I got to be honest. I wasn't a big red flavor guy.
I like the blue.
The blue one, okay. When I got a little bit older, like I just completely stopped, and I remember thinking Powerade was disgusting.
Yeah,
like
I didn't like that either.
It didn't give off the same like this is good for you vibe, and I think it was the packaging, you know. And also there was no like it wasn't like Michael Jordan was like drink Powerade. You know what I mean? Michael Jordan was Gatorade. He's the GOAT, so it's like if he drinks Gatorade, I need Gatorade. Otherwise, how will I ever be Michael Jordan?
Yeah, when I was a little kid, my mom wouldn't let me drink Gatorade because she felt like there was too much sugar in it. My mom was virulently like anti-sugar when I was a kid. She
What's
didn't want to
weird
do it.
is like they had sugar, but they were super salty. They always have been, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing that I kind of hate about it. But well, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay. Yeah. Well, it was that for that reason. Also, like it was made at the University of Florida, and I
Right.
was a Hurricanes fan, or University of Miami. So I
But
was
you
just
wouldn't
like,
drink anything with them colors on it, with the green and
no, it
orange.
just said and it said Gator on it, and I just was like,
Mm.
no.
So which one of
I
these
think
should I try first?
let's go with the mango. I want to hear about
Okay.
that mango.
So I heard this is the best one. I did like a brief research on this. I saw on sporked.com where they review these things. I'm pretty sure it was Sporked.
Sport.
They reviewed the Plezzy and they said this was the best one. So like here, I'm gonna open this up. I shook it. I don't know if I was supposed to though, actually.
Well,
Usually
it's
you
not
have to.
carbonated, right? Yeah.
No, it's not carbonated. They make Plezzy Fizz, which I found out is a thing, and that one is carbonated, but this one isn't. What's weird is this says, oh, I thought it said 2%. This is 21% from juice concentrate. That's a lot of juice concentrate. Okay, here we go. So, like I said, my orange is one of my favorite ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta be honest, this is much more mango flavored. It kind of tastes even more than mango, kind of like cantaloupe or something. I'm not getting a lot of orange at all in the twist.
Mm. Maybe it takes a while.
I mean, it's good though. I'm not saying it's bad. I get the mango flavor.
Is it sweet?
It is sweet. It's got, but you know what though? Here's what's good about it. It's not salty. It's just kind of got like a little bit of a. It's got a little bit of a tang to it when it hits initially.
What about the electrolytes though? If it's not salty, I'm worried. Like how many
Oh,
electrolytes?
it comes from potassium, and it's got a lot of electrolytes in it though. That's the thing. So it comes with 500 milligrams of potassium, and on the thing it says for electrolytes. Oh, it doesn't really say. It just says 10% of your daily value of potassium. But 100% of your vitamin C. And here's the thing. Like I said, these are for children, right? Like, if you see an adult holding this, you're gonna think they're fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
The adults don't drink things like this. Adults drink things from cups like this, just a black cup, nothing on it. Who knows what's in it? Could be alcohol, you know. Could be I'm drinking a matcha lemonade out of it. Could be just drinking straight water. Could be alcohol, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's usually coffee, water,
It's just
booze.
water. but so I'm, here I'll say this. If you're giving me this or orange Gatorade, I'll go for this for sure.
Oh, okay.
Because the Gatorades like this tastes better for sure.
But
It's
are you
not so
biased
salty.
because it's Steph? Is there
This is an
bias?
unbiased review.
Well, don't drink too much of it because I don't want your palate to get all fucked up.
Yeah, you're right. But look how good it is. I keep going back to it.
You can't put it down. Just
I literally couldn't. I was like, let me get another drink. Okay, I'm gonna clean my palate with the water.
I wish you had a hoop out back. You could see if this made you a better shooter.
Nothing could do that. I'm a terrible shooter. I've always had bad hand-eye coordination. Okay, so what should I go next? Lemon lime or tropical punch?
Let's go tropical punch.
Okay, tropical punch.
Does it have like what the assorted fruits are, flavors?
Oh yeah, it says here. Oh, you know what? I'll read the ingredients on this one. Filtered water, pear juice, apple juice, soluble vegetable fiber, citric acid for freshness, potassium citrate, watermelon juice, natural flavors, sea salt, vitamin C, stevia leaf extract. Oh, stevia. I love stevia. So that's where they're getting that sweetness from. They're putting some stevia in that bitch, which is great shit. Like that's what I use to sweeten my shit now. Is like stevia in the raw. Delicious. So you know what? That might be part of it. Like other people might think this tastes disgusting, but since I'm sort of primed for stevia, all I know is I've never tasted prime. I've heard they're hella sweet. So here I'm going tropical punch. Like I said, this was always my least favorite of the flavors.
Now, like before the previous one, what color was it? Was it like an orangey color?
It's orange. Yeah. I don't know if you can see it. You know what though? I wish I could like take off the wrapper, but I think if you take off the wrapper, you can't really recycle it.
Yeah.
It's not like as clear of an orange as you would
I
think,
see.
like as vibrant. I don't think it has food colorings in it, or not as much as
Looks like juice. Looks like orange juice almost.
this says. It's got beta carotene color.
Beta.
Yeah, so I don't know what that means, but what I'm thinking is it's not food coloring or like it's not dyed. You know what I mean? I think this is a woke drink, frankly, because of Michelle Obama's influence. Yeah, you know what? In fact, here's the article that I have about this. It says perhaps best known for his on-court dominance, NBA player Steph Curry is hoping that some of that success translates into the crowded court of sports drinks. Curry is launching a new sports hydration drink with former First Lady Michelle Obama's drink brand Plezi, Plez, all caps, lowercase I. It marks his entrance into a roughly $25 billion market, which is filled with competitors ranging from Leo Messi and Logan Paul to Coca-Cola's Body Armor and Pepsi-Cola's Gatorade. I didn't know Coke did body armor, but that was the Kobe one. Do you know that?
I didn't know that.
Kobe had big. They don't have vitamin water here. That was 50 cents. They're all vying for the customer's seemingly endless thirst for drinks. The drink, called Plezi Hydration, is debuting with 3 flavors: lemon lime, tropical punch, orange mango twist, and is available on Amazon and select grocery stores in California. Oh, this is an exclusive.
There you go.
W. You know, by the way, these were each technically $2.99, but they were on sale for $1.99 when I bought them. So a little cheaper than soda, I think, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's available at Amazon select grocery stores in California. 16.9 ounces, roughly $2.29, roughly the same price range as other hydration drinks. Sports drinks are projected to balloon into a $32 billion market in the U.S. by 2028.
Jesus Christ.
Can you believe that?
Yeah.
According to data given to CNN from research from Mintel, the category is growing as customers seek better-for-you alternatives to soda and drinks that claim to have a nutritional value. That makes sense because, like I know, like my nephews and shit, like the younger ones, they don't drink soda, but they're always trying to drink like things that theoretically would be better for you. Like they were loving Prime. They're kind of off Prime now, but they for a while they were drinking like Arizona teas, and I'm like, those aren't healthy. And I tell my sister like, those aren't healthy. What are you talking about? But anyways,
Yeah,
you get the idea. Dude, like it's tea,
Prime,
it's not soda. You know?
Prime's not healthy either.
What's that?
I don't think Prime's healthy either.
No, Prime isn't. Well, it's not, but it's not like it's just filled with like weird chemicals.
Yeah.
Yeah. And some
it's like sugar water, right?
It's like sugar water, but it's all like the whatchamacallit. It's not like real sugar. It's the like, you know, what are the fake sugars called? Like the shit that's in like Diet Pepsi and shit.
Aspartame.
It's filled with like aspartame and that kind of shit.
That's gross. That's nasty.
Yeah. And I heard this like super like heavy with like coconut flavoring and stuff, so it like has like a weird chalky taste. I've never drank it.
Yeah.
This is just what I hear. Anyways, last week, trendy prebiotic soda, Poppy, sold for $1.6 billion to PepsiCo. Now, you were a big Poppy guy.
I was for a minute, but then I had to come off of it.
Gout.
Yeah, I didn't realize that the sugars in it affected my gout.
So I tried one of those last night out of curiosity. I didn't care for it, but that could have just been the flavor. I don't even blame Poppy. I was trying to.
I fuck with the blueberry one. That was my favorite one.
Yeah, I tried a Coca-Cola or a cola flavored one, and it's like that was probably not a smart move. If you want cola, just get a cola.
Yeah, get a Coke Zero. That's the move.
Pepsi Zero, not on the BDS list. Plezi Chief Operating Officer Anup Shah believes the taste and ingredients of its new drink, which delivers on, quote, Steph's high expectations, will help set it apart in a crowded field. Curry and his wife Aisha were instrumental in creating the drink, Shah said. Plezi Hydration contains double the electrolytes, no added sugar, lower sodium count, and more potassium compared to its rivals.
But you know what? They probably developed this for their little orgies they have. You know, they need like.
How dare you? But if you're having an orgy and you're sweating like crazy, you pop open a Plezzy. It's refreshing. It's healthy.
Get back
Yeah,
at it.
absolutely. Get
Yeah.
electrolytes up. You know what? I'm gonna crack this one open before I finish this article, so before they get too
Now
warm.
this is the fruit
Tropical
punch.
punch. Yeah,
Okay.
tropical punch. I'm hoping to get taken to the tropics. Let me take a smell out of this one. Actually, it smells like fruit punch, like I would expect it to smell. You know, like it has that sort of.
Mm-hmm. Now think about the Kermit Kokomo song.
Afternoon delight. This one, I'm not.
Not
Hold
feeling
on. It's like dull. It's like not as sharp as the orange one,
it.
which is unfortunate because this one's got the wolf on it, which
Mm.
I'm prone to liking this one more.
Mm.
So I don't know if it's because I don't like the fruit punch in general, like, broadly,
Mm-hmm.
but I just don't. I'm not getting anything special out of this one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting like.
I'm not a fruit punch guy myself either. I feel like I want to like maybe two fruits is cool, like orange mango, But if you get 3 or 4 fruits together, I feel like it's just they kind of counteract each other, and I don't know what I'm tasting anymore, and it just kind of levels out.
This does feel like a less flavorful version of like other or like I used to fuck with like the fruit punch soda a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
like not a lot. Like I would rather any other soda, but if the fruit punch is there, I'm not mad at it. I love the little guy with like the big hat, the Hawaiian hat.
The Hawaiian punch, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, but this kind of tastes like if you got a super flat version of that, which is like I don't like that was always I guess the problem with fruit punch, like Gatorade fruit punch is like why do I want flat version of a thing that I kind of like but I don't love, By the way, look how unbiased I am.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going back to this because I like it. I'm going back to it to be like, what is this?
Yeah.
I don't want to ever touch this again with my lips. It says filtered water, pear juice, apple juice. That's what I'm tasting. It's just pear and apple. But there's no like zest to it. There's nothing punching me, you know what I mean?
Yeah. There's no hook.
It got no hook. Soluble vegetable fiber, citric acid for freshness, potassium citrate, vegetable juice color, sea salt, vitamin C, stevia leaf extract. This one is less red than that other one is orange. Look at how
Yeah,
dull.
that
It looks
is.
like I'm drinking blood, dude. It's fucked up. Hold on.
Yeah.
I wish I had like. It's
Yeah.
not like. It's just not. It's not like
Like
bright red,
yeah,
which is
it's like
good. It's because
it's
it's
like
natural.
V8. Looks like V8 kind of or carrot
It's more
juice.
natural than like these other ones, which I like, right? But I don't like the taste because it's just dull. It's just not. It had the mango one had a fucking real fucking a sharpness to it.
I feel like the lemon lime is going to be the a dark horse.
Here's the thing. My bias on this is that I prefer lemon lime. Like I told you, it's my favorite Gatorade flavor.
Mhm.
It's I like when I get seltzer water. Sometimes I'll go crazy, but back in the day, I get some lemon, some lime, mix them motherfuckers up, so I get the lemon lime sort of Sprite vibe to it.
Mhm.
Delicious. So this continues this article. Curry and his wife also serve as investors and brand partners at Plessy, which is still a small player in the food space. Yeah, very small. No one's ever heard of it.
Yeah.
The NBA star's connection to health and fitness is palpable and will resonate strongly, especially in the competitive U.S. market, said Tom Kahn-Levin, the chief executive of drinks marketing agency at Yesmore. In a crowded market, a recognizable and respected figure creates instant trust and brand recognition, Kahn-Levin told CNN. Moreover, they arrived with a ready-made audience, significantly reducing the need for traditional market spend. I don't think that's true. I think you might want to spend some advertising money because nobody has heard of this fucking shit. I was at my nephew's house, right? My nephew's in high school. So he's maybe a little older than he should be to like know what this is, right? Like or care because he's in high school now. But he's a freshman, and more importantly, he's a huge Steph Curry fan. He's never heard of this shit before in his life.
You gotta get Barack talking about it. Talking about Djibouti and
Djibouti. Oh, Barack. Yeah, well, Barack only, you know how he is. He only puts his weight behind things when it's too late. They do with Kamala.
Yeah.
And now we have Trump. Thanks to
Trump.
Barack.
Thanks a lot, Barack. Thanks, Obama.
Plezi, which translate to joy and fun in Haitian Creole, launched 2 years ago in the promise of making a healthier alternative to kids' drinks. Wait. They launched this 2 years ago, but this is the first time. Oh, I see. The brand is Plezi. Steph Curry's collab with the Plezi is this drink. But they have been making juices and stuff.
Oh, okay. This. Okay. I got you.
The company has a carbonated soda called Plezi Fizz, all part of the brand's plans to age up the portfolio. How about this one? Get one person other than me to know what the fuck this is. And then we start expanding the line. They should bring me in as a drink guy. I love beverages. You know that about me.
Yeah. You're a drink dude. I think it's kind of. Do they advertise about it during like Warriors games or anything?
No. The only reason I heard about Plezi is because Steph, after the game, like when they do the podiums, they'll have like Gatorade bottles up there. After one of the Rockets games, he went up and he was like, he took the Gatorade bottle off the table so that it wouldn't be on the camera shot. And he said, like, drink Plezi. Plezi's better. And I was like, what the fuck is a Plezi? So I Googled it and I was like, oh, he has a drink? But this literally came out like a month ago, to be fair. Okay. So it's like, it's new and it's only in California, but it's already on sale. So what does that mean?
Well, I mean, California is one of the largest economies in the world. So
one of the largest economies, and it's the highest density of Steph Curry fans.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's the Plezi situation.
Let me see. Clean your palate. Let's get.
Oh, you're right. Get that nasty fruit punch taste out of my fucking mouth. By the way, other people involved in this,
lemon lime reaction out of you. I want to get a legit pure lemon lime reaction.
Yeah. Other people who are involved with Plezi, by the way, Kristen Bell. Ever heard of her?
Oh, yeah. The actress.
Yeah. Veronica Mars, Dax Shepard's wife.
Yeah.
She joined the company to make the other shit. So she's part of Plezi Fizz, Plezi Fruit Punch, like a juice box instead of the sports drink. Probably less potassium in them. Okay, so color-wise, this one looks straight like piss. Which, I gotta be honest, given my experiences, not great.
I was gonna say.
I'll tell the story on the show. No, I won't tell the story on the show. I won't.
You have to tell the story.
Back in the day, over 10 years ago, a long time ago, when I was a young artist working late nights, I was in like sort of the back of my parents' house. It was sort of like a shed type situation. Like it was part of the house, but it was like not part of the house. So the problem is when I had to take a piss, I would have to go inside at night. It's so cold outside. So what I would do, genius that I was, is if I had like a Subway cup or whatever, I would take a piss in that, put it on my desk, and then throw it out the next day. Because it was so cold out. I didn't want to walk and throw it out that night, right? If I was going to walk outside, I'd just take a piss outside. One time, just once, I took a sip, like so I'm fucking working. I'm wired up. I take a sip, and I realize instantly that's piss. And I spit it everywhere, all over my computer. I was piss everywhere. And it was, this sort of coloring. So it takes me back. This reminds me of my youth.
That was brave of you.
What's brave?
To tell that story. That would take that to the grave with me.
That's not even the first time I accidentally drank piss.
Are you telling both of them?
Yeah, the other time, it wasn't my fault. The other time I was at my friend's house and, I got a soda and I put it down on a windowsill and I didn't realize that there was another one that he had pissed in right next to it. So then I grabbed the soda, wrong can, and I'm like, I took a sip of it. I was like, what the fuck was that? Did you do something with my drink? And he just starts cracking up. I'm like, what's so funny? He goes, you grabbed the wrong one, dude. I pissed in that one. I'm like, oh my fucking God, dude. And I couldn't be mad at him because it was just that was on me. That was a me error, right? But it was I thought it was disgusting that he was peeing in a can.
Yeah. What's going on with that dude?
Now? I think he works at
No.
Tesla. No joke. Okay. Let me get a scent of this. Let me get a whiff of this.
Sure.
Okay, I'm not really getting a lot of lime or lemon smells.
Okay.
But here's the thing: is these are all natural for the most part. So it's like, unless it's filled with lemon or lime juice, I don't think I would. Right? I see pear juice, apple juice, soluble vegetable fiber, citric acid again, watermelon. It's made of the same shit. Let's just see if it tastes any different. No, that's just apple juice.
Damn.
Hold on. Let me get more of this. No, I'm not getting any lemon or wait. Actually, a little bit at the end. I'm getting some lime flavoring.
It's like a wine. You have to let it breathe. You know, like if you let it sit open on the counter for like 5 minutes.
This is, and I told you lemon lime is my favorite.
Does it say
least favorite? This might be my least favorite one.
Does it say shake on the bottle? Shake well before opening.
It doesn't. But why wouldn't you?
I don't know. Sometimes
It does say do not shake.
Oh, it says do not shake. All right. Well,
no, it doesn't say that.
Well, so the mango one is the winner then.
I think so, but because here's the thing. This tastes good. It just doesn't taste like lemon lime at all. Like not even a little bit like lemon lime. And I think the thing is here. So here's how we're ranking these. It goes this one by far, the mango orange twist is the GOAT. And it's got the little bear with the sunglasses on. He's chilling.
Yeah, go Grizz.
So this is the number one. I gotta go Tropical Punch number 2, if only because this was so unsatisfying as a lover of lemon lime flavors that I can't with good conscience say it's the second best one, right?
Yeah.
Whereas this one, I'm not the biggest fan of the Tropical Punch, but it tastes like Tropical Punch a little bit. And the mango one just tastes good. This is just you know what? Let me go back after having tasted these other lesser Plezies. Para says mango anything is automatic first. I don't know about that. I do not know about that.
I agree with Para. I love mango. And I wasn't always a mango guy. When I was younger, I did not like mango. And the older I got, the more I fell in love with mango.
I mean, go ahead.
Did the mango LaCroix? Oh, man. They're so good.
This is so much more refreshing than these ones. It's insane. It's insane that they went so hard on the orange mango and they forgot to make the Tropical Punch and lemon lime taste good. These are, when I went to the store, since I had done a little bit of pre-research, I knew I wanted to try the mango because I heard it was the best one. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, I'm going to get the lemon lime because I love lemon lime. I wasn't even going to review it for the show. I was almost thinking about just drinking it before, like, a little bit of pre-tasting, but I didn't. And this one, I just got last night because I was like, well, if I got 2, I might as well get the 3, So, yeah, this is Steph Curry's Plezzy drink. Steph, I'll say this about Steph Curry. He's never let me down before. Not once, not ever. Okay? That's why he's my GOAT. That's why I have the jersey here. That's why I have that, that beautiful portrait that was sent to me by Rico Renzi,
So if you had to rank Warriors championships,
1 to 4. 1 to 4. Well, we have 4 of them,
Yeah.
I go number 1 is the most recent one. 2022. And it's not recency bias because this was after this long journey of like people saying that they're done anyways, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he had nothing left to prove. And he carried the by far the weakest version of that team, right? You would agree?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's number one.
That's
Then
Clay after
was
all the surgeries and everything, and
after all the surgeries, after everything.
Yeah. And having to deal with Jordan Poole.
Beating the fucking Boston Celtics.
Being the Celtics has to feel great, you know. Wiggins having the time of the game, the series of his life.
On their home court, pointing to the ring finger. Come on,
Yeah,
we're not topping that.
Being disappointed.
Number two is 2015. Because that's the first one. And that's only just barely captured by the other one, by the way. But I remember when that first one happened, I was like, no, what? They're not really going to do this, are they? Are they really going to beat LeBron James? People forget that the Cavs were a super team.
No, but that team was banged up. You didn't have Kyrie or Kevin Love. They were both out. So they're not super team. You beat Deldova and...
Hey, that people still would have had them favored because they had LeBron James. And Steph Curry was not Steph Curry.
Well, I'm not going to take away their title because you won it, but I'm going to say that was not a super team you played. You played LeBron.
Dude, they had peak LeBron, and look at who's on the other side of that. Steph Curry when he was small and unproven. Klay Thompson when he was, not that deep into the league. Draymond. Like, these are good players, but, like, at that time, none of these guys were champions. None of them were proven. Harrison Barnes, Andrew Bogut, the bench mob, all those dudes. But, like, that was not like, oh, yeah, their talent is so outmatched, even with the injuries, which I grant, like, there were injuries. But, like...
That's like if Clay and Draymond were out for the Warriors. I mean,
it's not, though, because we didn't have LeBron James on that side.
Steph was
not that. Steph was not that. They spent that whole series beating up on Steph because they're like, you hit Steph, he's not going to win that series.
I remember I was rooting for you guys because, obviously.
That's what I'm saying. It's just you can't compare Steph to LeBron, especially at that time. He had just come off of fucking
being carried by Dwayne Wade for 4 years. Yeah,
he'd just come off the Miami thing. He was full of steroids. We'd never seen anything like him. And then after that, the first of the KD rings in the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the second one was crazy because it was a sweep, but the first one just felt like we got those motherfuckers back, Yeah.
So that second one was kind of it was a foregone conclusion. Like,
it was kind of a foregone conclusion, but it was also like we did just steamroll the playoffs. Nobody was getting close. Like, I think we literally lost one game, and that was to the Cavs when they shot insane from three. So, whatever. But the what was I gonna say?
I mean, the second one that you had with KD was a foregone conclusion. That's what
I said.
Yeah.
But then there are games though where, like, it meant more than beating the Rockets in 2019 was better than winning the championship the year before in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a little crazy, but that's how it was because, like, KD got hurt and, like, they had that insane series with Steph just going crazy in the second half in Houston. And for me, that one was special because I was in Houston for that game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Well,
all right. Well, that was the Plezzy review. I'm gonna put up the Mongo one up here.
Next to the goat.
Yeah.
Oh, you're covering up his face. You don't want to do it.
Oh, hold on. You're right about that.
There you go.
Beautiful. And I'm going to put these two in the garbage. I'm going to keep drinking these because I don't want to let them go to waste, even though they taste they don't taste bad. They just don't taste good. I said I was going to down these. And after I tasted a little bit of them, I'm like, wow, that's a lot of juice, actually. That's actually
kind of like
makes my stomach not feel great drinking so
kind of
much.
like this Warrior season. It doesn't taste bad, but it doesn't really taste good,
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Kind of a weak aftertaste. So that's Plezzy. You know what? I'm glad that we're the only people to have reviewed that because no one else is going to be unbiased. Everyone else is going to come in with bias, but I put my bias to the side, and I said, "Here is the real scoop on Plezzy."
I'm proud of you, man. I didn't think you would. I thought you'd be glazing it up because it's Steph, but you
You
did a good
thought
job.
that?
Yeah,
That's
I really
crazy.
did. I thought you'd be
That's
glazing
not
it up
like
the whole
me.
thing.
Let's see what else we got here. So, you want to do news, or do you want to get into the next the Hila Klein thing?
Let's get into the news.
Okay. Well, I kind of want to do the Hila Klein thing just in case.
All right. Yeah, that's good.
Because it's like 7:10. We want to go to like 7:30, 8:30.
All right. Okay. Let's bang it out.
And then any stories that we don't get to today, we'll get to next week. But so,
I hope your
Hila
stomach's
Klein.
doing okay.
Go ahead.
I hope your stomach's doing okay.
It's not doing great, to be honest. It's a lot of juice in my stomach right now. It doesn't feel good. Share screen. So one thing I wanted to talk about with Hila Klein is last week we talked about, if you recall, we talked about the Met Gala and we did a fashion ranking, right? Well, as you know, I've been following the Ethan and Hila Klein situation, like the train wreck over there, very closely while I work, while I'm a passive engager in this content, right? But one thing that she said was that she did not like a lot of the Met Gala looks. And I thought, well, if I were you, a person who's one of the worst dressers I've ever seen, I would shut the fuck up. Because like if somebody who dressed well were like, oh yeah, like I didn't like that outfit, I'd be like, okay, But so here, somebody asked her, like, what would you have worn? And so she posted this. I'm gonna share this. She posted this, and I wanted to go through this look and then a few other looks. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get sort of like a lime green, sort of like what is it, Telecaster, like John Madden and them used to do, where you could like sort of draw on the thing.
Yeah,
I think that
boom! The right guard pulls, and
yeah. So unfortunately, with this image, you can't see the front of this look very hard, but you can see enough of it to know it's repulsive. And she was doing this for the Black Dandyism thing, like the theme for the Met Gala was supposed to be tailored for you. So I had a few problems with this. One, she looks like a schoolgirl who has a concussion, like an adult schoolgirl. Like if Adam Sandler was in a movie about being a schoolgirl, that's how she looks, right? She looks like disturbed. She looks like an au pair, but like an au pair that makes faux pas. Like she looks like she loses the child she's supposed to be watching, so then she's trying to dress up like the child to retrace her steps or something.
Yeah, Mary Floppins.
Mary Floppins is crazy.
Dude, what's up with the shoes? I'm not a fan of the shoes with that fit. It just doesn't work.
The beret is disgusting. We're giving that a no. The jacket, you can't see much of it here, but I definitely don't like it. But you're right. The biggest problem is the shoes and this guy. I think this might be her brand. If so, it's ugly.
They're horrible.
And these big shoes look like cheap shoes that you would have bought for children in the 90s. What do they call, like jellies or whatever? She looks like she's wearing some cheapo shit. And this was her like, I'm gonna flex on the haters, show them how I would have stunted if I was invited to the Met Gala, which she won't be because she's a freak.
Well, to be fair to her, and I'm trying to be completely fair and not.
Yeah. You know what? Be extra fair.
Yeah,
I don't want us to seem like we're being haters.
Yeah, it's hard to judge it with like this view because the colors, it's clashy, and I don't like unless there's something else going on with the front. That red shoes and the red bag and the red glasses don't really. Yeah. It doesn't really. It's not enough to like.
She's trying to do an accent color, but you should have the accent color literally anywhere else. Yeah, it'd be a button here. If this is the accent color, maybe some accents here. Maybe one of like how you see like this kind of thing, like that little beret thing. Maybe she could have had a raspberry beret. The kind that you find at a secondhand store. These are all.
That looks a lot better. The red beret actually.
It kind of helps set it off. But you know what I would have even done is I would have had like a little red ribbon right here too. You know what I mean? I would have went crazy with it. I would have added more red.
But the shoes were like they came out of a Busta Rhymes video, you know, when he did
It's overpowering.
Give me some more. Like that doesn't.
Give me some more. Okay, so that's her first look. I want to take it back though. This is sort of Hila Klein class. Oh wait, what did you give this grade?
Are we going letter grade?
Yeah, same as last week.
I give that D.
D.
But I'm gonna give it a D. I'm gonna give it a D plus because
D plus. She almost got into C category.
Yeah, because without seeing the front, I can't really.
Oh, okay, got it.
And also the beret, like you said, doesn't really work. The shoes.
The shoes are so bad, though.
The shoes are so bad.
The bag is so bad. The overwhelming amount of grayness is like I don't know who this is for. You know.
And also, like the Met Gala is sophisticated for adults type of deal, and it kind of looks like she's dressed for a Nickelodeon event. You know. Was delay kicking in?
Yeah, because she's dressed like a child.
Yeah.
And that, you know what? Yeah. That's going to be a theme. She dresses like a child. So this is Hila Klein. This is from an artist spotlight that they did on her for her own company. Like Teddy Fresh, her company did an artist spotlight on her, the person who owns the company, which is convenient. But this is sort of like prototypical Hila Klein look. This is what she was known for. This was the vibe. And I gotta say, I hate it, right? I don't like it, but this makes more sense than what we're gonna see later. So I'm inclined to almost give it like a C, because when I see it, I'm like, okay, the pants are, they're just like they're just regular pants, right? Yeah. The shirt says "Need a Hug" and it's got a little bear on it. And the idea of this company, I believe, is like, if you were to go to a Goodwill and you're like, let me find some weird shit, that was the intention for the brand. Like, instead of buying actual clothes from Goodwill, what if there was a company that charged you like 50 times more than it cost to get that item from Goodwill? Like a thing that you shouldn't want to wear anyways, because the only person that would have wore it is like, somebody's like grandmother, from in like 1983. But like nobody wants to wear these clothes. So she's like, I'm going to corner the market on making new versions of those clothes. So she started making ugly ass shirts like this, ugly ass hats like this. But you know what? I got to give her credit. I like the Tims.
Yeah. That was the one thing that stood out was the Tims.
Yeah, we're giving the Tims a yes. The pants are a yes because they're just faded Levi jeans. I don't like the fit on them. I don't like how she already has like toddler core aesthetic enough. I don't like that these make her appear to be wearing a diaper.
Are those like, they're pulled up real high, so I'm assuming they're like mom jeans type?
She's doing like a mom jeans look, like an Urkel look, And I think for when this would have come out, it was a little past that fashion trend. It was not like, by this point, it was already a little bit past.
But like 2019, 2018, 2019?
This was 2019. But I feel like the idea was, what if, like in 2016 or 2014 even, if you had this fit, you might kind of get one off.
Yeah, you could talk about bacon and shit. And
that's really a little past that. I think that's a little earlier, the bacon stuff. But this is like washed up hipster kind of look, Never where I'm from. Like, this would never pass the hipster community that I was a part of.
This feels like Sharknado is one of those movies. It's like, oh, it's supposed to be a bad movie.
Yeah.
It's not really like, there's no earnestness to it. Especially like she looks so mad. You're wearing these happy clothes.
The clothes are supposed to give like haunted child, so she's haunted. But this was her old look, though. So what do you give this grade?
You know what? I'm going to be generous. I'm going to give it a C plus because the Tims.
C plus, nearly a B.
Yeah, the Tims. I love Tims. I like bucket hats, but I don't like that one.
I hate this bucket hat.
Yeah, I like a plain bucket hat without any any of that bullshit on it. But
I don't mind having some of the bullshit. I don't like this bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't like the colors of it.
If that was like a plain white bucket hat or a plain monotone bucket hat, the fit would probably go up to a B.
Here, you know what the fit would have made it go up to a B? If she wasn't wearing all black except for the hat and the boots. I feel like this doesn't set off anything. Like the hat doesn't complement the shirt, doesn't complement the boots. None of this shit really goes together. It's just like kind of random. But I give it a C minus. That's my grade for it.
That's fair.
Because
maybe
I feel
she's
like
colorblind,
she almost got a fit off, but then the problem was the accessory fucking sucks, which is like, okay, but the problem is that she made the accessory.
That's
you know what I mean? It's like, oh man, if only not for the stupid hat you're wearing, but you made the hat. You know what I mean? That's the problem.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole other conversation, right? Of the Teddy Fresh brand, like, the Tims are the best part of the outfit, so that says a lot.
The Tims, then the jeans, which they had nothing to do with, then the shirt, and then the hat.
We're just judging fits. We're just judging fits. We're not judging the company and.
No. But just you have to judge the company a little bit because she's like, she made the ugly clothes, but these are clothes. These clothes are not that ugly compared to some of the stuff we're about to see. So let's just move on. So this was from a collaboration she did with Trixie Mattel. Who is a famous drag queen from RuPaul's Drag Race. And this was like a big thing for her because she was like, this woman or this, drag performer is such a iconic individual.
Well, what's it say on her? Don't touch me? Is that what it says on there?
Don't touch me. Yeah, so but we're not judging Trixie.
No, Trixie fits great. I love the yellow and the pink. That's a great. I love the yellow and the pink.
Yeah, I think, all things considered, Trixie kind of got one off.
Yeah.
I don't like the shape of the dress, which is again unfortunate because Hila made it. But I'm not mad at the idea of it, But
Hila's makes me uncomfortable. That makes me uncomfortable. Her whole fit, it's like baby fit. I don't.
Yeah, it's disgusting, right?
It's youth coded, and it makes me feel weird. I don't.
Youth coded for sure. The problem with it also is that like it's again like sort of Valley of the Dolls kind of thing, or like Beyond the Valley of the Dolls. And like, I don't think if you have this shape of head already, and this is not part of the fit, like her head shape, but it's part of the styling, which was part of the fit. If you have this head shape already, like this sort of oval shape, this unappealing sort of alien head shape already, what you don't want to do is accentuate it to make it look even more alien, to make it look more like you're in Mars Attacks, and you're trying to kill the president of the United States with that, like, you know what I mean?
I gotta say her makeup looks good there. I like her makeup. Looks good? Yeah. I think she did a good job with her lip gloss. It looks great, whatever she's got going on there. And I'm not a fan of the beehive either. I just don't.
None of that works for me. And I think making it kind of look like this bib is part of what makes it so youth coded that is so unappealing to us.
I'm gonna give that an F.
Oh, an F?
Yeah, I'm giving that an F.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I don't like the youth coded. I don't like the shoes. I don't like the stockings. I don't like the dress. I hate the dress.
I don't like it feels like they're turning like that into like a fashion thing. The "don't touch me" on the youth coded outfit just makes me feel.
Oh yeah,
it's gross, dude. I
didn't even consider that. It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like an Amber Alert kind of aesthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. You shouldn't even make the people think about like in any way. Your clothes should never read as like pedophilia at all.
Yeah.
It should never make it that come to mind. And this does. So it's a fail. You failed the one job you had to do. So this is another look. This is just, I think she just thought she looked cool that day. She took a little photo. How you feel about it?
A little grunge core thing going on there. A little leather jacket.
She's got a leather jacket. She's got a spiked sort of what is this called? Like a beret or like a headband thing?
Tiara or something.
Something like that. She got it spiked though. She's got that dumb look on her face, But I think that's just her face, so it's hard to like. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is she wearing a shirt? Is that what she's wearing?
It looks like just a big shirt. I didn't even realize that that's what it was. It looks like maybe it's like a special kind of fabric, but it's just a shirt with a jacket with big shoulder pads, sort of like a Road Warriors kind of deal. If it would have been cooler actually if she had spikes on it, like this thing. If this thing had some spikes,
Yeah, that would be sick. Yeah,
that would be kind of fire. And then she's got some fishnet stockings, some boots. But you know what kind of kills it are these socks.
Yeah, I was like, if she had like some ripped jeans or something on, that would look pretty cool. You know,
if she had those black jeans from earlier, with up here, this kind of tucked in, looking like a little flowy up top.
Yeah, a little billowy.
Oh, I kind of drew like a little face. Look at that. I kind of drew like a guy who's like, why am I on her body?
It's like Smiling Friends.
He's like sweating. He's being involved with this. But yeah, this could have been a look, you know.
I don't like the black roots and the hair. Like, I get what she's going for there. You know,
she's going for like Courtney Love.
Yeah, and I'm a kid of the '90s. I was a teenager in the '90s, so that was a lot of the girls I dated and hung out with had that going on, and I always had a thing for that. So like, I'm not hating on the roots, but it doesn't feel like when people do it, it's like when they distress jeans and it looks intentionally distressed. Like it doesn't. It looks like you intended. Yeah, when your hair is like, I know you meant to have those roots. It's not like you ran out of money and your hair dye was running out, or you did like a half-ass dye job because you're a teenager. You're like a millionaire who like did that on purpose, and it just looks kind of.
What's the grade?
Pastiche. I'm gonna give that. I like the boots, so I'm gonna give it a C- because of the boots.
I'm rocking with you on C-, and here's the thing: is like, if she would have wore the pants, she could have got like maybe like a if it wasn't this look, she could have raised it. She could have. I would even have allowed her to wear some shorts, some shorts that went even a little bit shorter than this. But then you don't have this big goofy ass shirt as the main part of the thing. But it's almost there. She almost got one off. And if she would have had those shorts, I would have forgiven these socks. But as this look goes, no, I can't do it. So it's C-. Here's one right here. How do you feel about that?
God. I'm not a fan of camo, so for many reasons.
I'm Hila, I'm trying to get everyone to not think about me being in a military type environment. Just personally.
Yeah. The hair, I'm not for her. It doesn't work for me. The hair is.
Yeah. Here's my problem with it is like this sort of like makeup look kind of thing is sort of like it's like sort of like a little bit of cultural appropriation. It's a little bit of chola shit. If she would have, and like,
that's what I was thinking.
If she would have had like the sort of the eye, I'm on the wrong. If she would have had like this kind of thing going, I could have actually a little bit more like been understanding of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If she would have went full chola, I could have like, I said, okay, you know what? You're disrespecting my culture. I fucking hate you, but at least you are taking it the whole way, right? As it is, she's just kind of like half-assing my culture. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. And I don't get the clueless Vietnam look.
Yeah, you know what? I immediately thought Marilyn Manson when I saw that. I didn't think.
I thought Manson too, and Manson is not a famous chola.
No, it's problematic.
I thought the beautiful people.
Yeah. Now, if that was like the jacket and the skirt was denim, and he didn't do the thing with the hair, and then the stupid little hearts under your face, then I'm like, all right, I'm fucking with that. That's kind of fire. It's kind of '80s thing going on,
This is a very Y2K aesthetic.
Yeah, it is. It's very hackers.
The problem is she didn't carry it all the way through. If she would have had some fucking sweet Oakleys, bro.
Oh my god, yeah.
And if she would have had the chola eyebrows with the sweet sort of Oakleys, bro. Like she should have. I would never work for her. I have too much integrity for that.
Dude, dye your hair pink with that too. That's
You don't. If you just get like a couple of these joints to be like that, now we're talking like she's almost Charlie XCX, who is a vibe. But as it is, she's Charlie F for that's the grade I'm giving her.
Yeah, I'm going F.
She didn't respect my culture. She didn't respect Charlie's culture either. This is not a Brett Summer. This is not a Brett anything. I never want to see this again. Next look. So this one is an interesting look. I kind of hate everything about it. I don't like the beret. For some reason, she's insistent on wearing them. It's hideous. That's a no. The leather vest with the gigantic sort of utility pouch. That's a no. You're not a biker. But then pairing that with this like postman shirt, you're not a mailman. That's more cultural appropriation. And then the John Cena jorts, dude. No. And then the stupid like frilly socks. That's a no. And it doesn't go good with the platform loafers. None of this works for me. How about you? Does any one of the pieces work together?
I love the jorts. I love jorts. I'm biased to jorts.
How do you feel about the jorts being cuffed though?
I don't like that. I do not like the tuck. I was going to get that. I don't know why you would do that. Because why wear jorts if you're going to roll them up? The whole point is that they go past your knees. Like it doesn't. They're supposed to go almost to your ankles. That's the whole fucking thing.
This is more Latino disrespect.
Yeah, and the postman shirt. I get where you're coming from. My dad was a mechanic though, and when I was in high school, I used to wear like his mechanic shirts to work sometimes or to school because I was like a '90s fucking skateboard punk kid. So I had like the wallet chain and the jorts and the fucking mechanic pinstripe shirt. A little bit, yeah, but I wasn't pregnant. But I didn't have that. I don't like the leather half vest thing going on. Like there's not functional at all. You're not like it's just an aesthetic, and I don't vibe with it. So,
by the way, one Plezzy down.
Nice. Which one did you kill first?
I finished off the tropical punch one first. Now I'm working on my lemon lime.
Okay. But I respect her bravery to have her belly out like that, and that's cool. I'm gonna give that, just out of respect for jorts, I'm gonna give that a D+.
Okay, D+. I gotta look at what's going on here. It looks like she didn't even button them because of the pregnancy.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't mean anything to me that she's pregnant. This is
I will say,
fashion, dude.
Like the boots she had in that leather fit when she was wearing the shirt would have probably looked a lot better on this than those things.
This one? Oh yeah.
Yeah. I would have fucked with that more. I don't know, because it kind of looks like
because it would be more of a '90s vibe.
Yeah, more '90s vibe. You kind of look like something out of like a Terry Gilliam movie or something. I don't know. This is.
Yeah, but it is, she just kind of looks like a confused mailman.
Yeah, she should wear Chucks with that or something.
Like, ma'am, you shouldn't be, because these are similar to mailmen shoes. Like mailmen, they have to wear specific shoes. They're all black leather shoes. You know that?
Orthopedics, yeah.
Well, no, it's like the standard issue. They're all black. Like Red Wing and like certain companies will make specific ones for part of their uniform. Have you ever seen the movie 7 Days with a Condor?
No, I have not.
It's a Robert Redford movie, and this guy comes at him, and he's dressed like a postman, but Redford sees his shoes, notices they're not like mailman shoes, so he knows he's an assassin. He fucks him up. It's so sick. It's so like, Anyways, yeah. I thought about buying some, but I thought that's cultural appropriation. I don't want to do that. I'm not Hila Klein. I'm not a cultural appropriator. Okay, now this one.
What'd you give that last one?
What'd you give it? A D+? I'll give it an F plus. Because here's the thing. I said I don't like any one specific piece on it, and I even hate the way she styled it. Mm-hmm. Like there's literally nothing about it that I like. So I kind of like the shoes, but I don't like the shoes in the context of everything else above it, right? So I give it an F plus. Well, how do you feel about this look right here?
I
This is bad.
like this is bad. I like the jacket, kinda.
Really?
Well, it's kind of got a De La Soul thing going on there, like
you would have to wear that with a different pants though, right? And a different shirt.
yeah. I don't like the Tweety Bird deal with it.
In conjecture with everything else.
I don't like how she's tilting her head like she's the Ring. That's kind of weird.
And to be fair, I hate how oblong her head is on this one too. And I know this, like we said, like we're not gonna judge her based on things like that, but like she's accentuating it with the way she's styling her hair. She's mocking me for not liking her oblong head. You know, this is nothing against her as a person. Just if I'm her, I'm wearing bangs. I'm covering this melon. This, you know, I'm going like this. You know, every day of my life, or I'm wearing a beret every day
I'm
of
all
my
forehead,
life.
so I can't really. It's hard for me to judge someone's forehead. You know.
Yeah. It's just you have to work with what you got. You know.
Yeah. That's why I'm wearing a hat.
What she's got is this unfortunate shaped skull. It reminds me of Nick Cage, and you know I hate Nick Cage's skull shape.
I love Nick Cage.
I've said that plenty of times. Did you see him as Madden, by the way?
I did, yeah.
How do you think that's gonna go?
I think it's gonna go great because Nick Cage is a fantastic actor. So
yeah. Okay, so here's. Oh wait, what did we give this look?
Oh, the jacket by itself, I'd give a B, but the whole fit, I'm gonna give a D.
The D. Yeah, the jacket. I could see it not. I could see you just saying I like the jacket and nothing else.
Yeah.
To me, the jacket is emblematic of a problem of like she likes a pattern that looks like it's from some grandma's blanket that hasn't been touched since the 70s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to see. I just don't want to see. I don't like this pattern. I never want to see it again. That's the thing. You know.
Yeah. I don't. The Tweety Bird deal with it is just kind of.
The Tweety Bird thing just pisses me off.
Yeah.
You know, but
destroying a city. It's like what?
How do you feel about this?
No, Hello Kitty. Oh God. That's.
And mind you, here's the thing: is I don't feel bad about ripping into these because she is posting these, thinking that she's getting these fits off.
Is that Teddy Fresh gear?
She considers herself a fashion designer.
Is that Teddy Fresh gear? Are they allowed to have? Are they allowed to have Hello Kitty on their shit? Is that
it was a collab? They did a collab with.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're big. They're popping. So, yeah, I hate all this. It hurts my eyes. I feel like I'm looking at someone that works in a circus.
F.
And the big bow in her hair. It's just like, it's very youth coded. A lot of her stuff.
No to the bow. Yeah, this is another one where it's like, okay, even if I'm the person for whom this aesthetic is supposed to be like into it, which is somebody with a predilection for liking minors, which is not me. But if it was, I would hate this still because it's like that little kid is annoying. You know what I mean? Like this is the fit of an annoying child. You know what I'm saying?
That's like someone who's like, "Are we there yet?" Over and over again.
This is like
also like the shoes. They're wearing she's wearing like penny loafers or something, or like
these shoes. I feel like these are like annoying kid shoes. Even this is like she got lost in a mall and her parents didn't bother trying to find her.
I feel like those annoying red shoes she wore on the other fit would fit better with this obnoxious, because at least you're like going all in and you're leaning into being, so out there and obnoxious. But this is kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna wear these demure brown shoes with this gaudy, annoying looking outfit, like
with the socks on too. Like if maybe she didn't have the socks on,
yeah,
maybe if this shirt fit her better, if it was like a little bit more like cropped right here, you see more of the pants. You maybe get the bow, get rid of that, maybe put on another beret. Like I hated the beret at first, but now I feel like the beret solves a lot of her problem. And by the way, this is what I'm talking about. She covered that oblong skull shape so that I don't have to see it. You know what I mean? Like you look at this skull shape and you're looking at it like, okay, you know, it's like this, right? But like, look at this is like if you saw this in like a Mayan thing, you're like, oh, this is where the aliens land. This is who built the pyramids. You know what I mean? Like to have this much cranium going upward, that's like
Crystal Skull territory.
It's crystal skull shit. That's this is Coneheads
Anunnaki
territory. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Anunnaki.
Yeah. So, but she was wisely said, I'm going to cover half of this with these beautiful bangs.
Yeah.
So, you know,
bangs do a lot of work.
The bangs are banging, dude. I would not wear this thing. This also makes it youth coded. That's the thing is, if I were somebody in her orbit, I would say maybe let's not dress like a child today. People don't like it.
Sophie hates it.
Oh,
Sophie says disgusting shit. Yeah, and so is Salt.
I'm not like other war criminals. Is crazy. But that skull shape would mean she's super smart, though, right? Super enlarged brain. No, not necessarily. Think about other animals with this skull shape. They're not smart. Like most animals with this head shape went extinct. To be honest, because they were not smart. You know. I'm thinking about like the dinosaurs that would like bang their heads into each other to fight. Different annoying birds, you know. Here's another one, dude. Here's another fit.
Oh God.
So here's my thing: is I like these boots. These boots
are the boots are fire. I like the boots.
Yeah, the boots get a yes from us. However, everything else, is a no. In fact, it's a hell no, dude.
Yeah, I don't.
She it's like, you know how that one, this look, I was like, I never want to see this pattern again. This is like, what if you see nothing but that pattern and it's on a dress that looks like shit as well.
Yeah.
What if I make the ugliest thing to ever exist and then act like I popped off?
It's just so busy, man. It's like, well, there's no sort of like apprehension towards just throwing more shit on there, you know.
No rhyme, no reason.
It's just shit thrown at a wall. This is
like an annoying child that gets lost in a mall, and their parents are like, "Oh no, we lost our kid. Anyways, let's go to Cinnabon."
It's like I want to look like Raggedy Ann today. That's
crazy.
Yeah, but the boots are so fire. I kind of feel like giving it a D+ for the boots. Because the boots
similar to that one where she had Tim's on, where I'm just like, it's like it's an F+. This is so atrocious that I can't get over it.
I'm trying to be generous.
Again, the problem is that she made it. She designed it. She crafted it in her mind. In her mind, which resides in this oblong shaped skull. Her little peanut brain conjured up this monstrosity. You know what goes on in my brain, dude? I think of beauty all day. Different beautiful things, right? My head shape is not great either, right? Kind of wide.
Kind of sloping forehead. It's kind of
sloping forehead. You think so? You think I got kind of like a little caveman thing going?
A little bit, a little caveman thing going on. I mean, it's coming from me, so I mean, it takes one to know one.
Yeah. Well, the point is that the thing is, my head being so wide, it allows for me to have two wide halves of my brain. You see what I'm saying?
That's what you're saying.
So it's like left brain, right brain. They work in conjunction, but they're both the size of her, probably 4 times the size of her little peanut brain, which is taking up all of this space in this skull. It's like it's astounding that she's able to tie her shoes in the morning if she does that. Because
there's no laces on those boots, so
In my head, I have room for so much beauty that when I see somebody who has absolutely none, it's troublesome. It disturbs me.
Well, and the thing is, like a
I
lot
give
of the
this an
stuff,
F.
it's like, where would you wear that to? You know, like what?
It's a great question. I would wear it to a place to buy literally any other piece of clothing. I would say, "Oh, as you can see, I'm dressed like a fucking idiot. Can I buy anything else?" They take it to Goodwill and they would burn it as soon as you try to hand it into them. They said, "We can't let anybody else wear this. This is surely
Yeah.
cursed."
Yeah.
Okay, here's another look from her. So she's thinking she got one off, clearly. She thinks she looks great in this tracksuit. I think she looks like an idiot.
Just.
It reminds me of Me You Madness, frankly. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
It reminds me of Me You Madness if it was like not hot. If it was
Yeah.
like mid You Madness.
Oh, Sophie says she likes this one.
Okay, well, it's kind of a Jeffree Star aesthetic.
Sophie, no. Salt. I would say with that, like if you, I mean, this is just me personally. If you put some sneakers on that, and then you didn't have the stupid fingerless gloves, and you didn't have the fucking Doctor Disrespect glasses, I'm like, all right, that's like
Disrespect.
that. Then like, hey, you're pregnant, you're being comfortable, you're wearing a jumpsuit, you know, a tracksuit, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I get it. I get it.
I don't like the color of the tracksuit. I don't like that it has a hood that with lace on it. Again, this is one of the problems where, like, if she was simply just wearing a tracksuit,
I just noticed the lace trim. I didn't even
the lace trim on the hood is insane. It's not good, and it's got lace trim here, lace trim here. Obviously, lace trim down the side, which is ill fitting. I don't like it. I think, and again, it's the problem is she made this with this cranium and her little peanut brain. She conjured this look and thought, yes, send this to a Chinese sweatshop, have them make that, send it to me so I can wear it and be judged.
You know, I gotta say, we're talking about appropriation, how they disrespect your culture as an Italian American.
Oh.
This tracksuit disrespects my culture. Like, this is not something we would wear. Yeah,
it's disgusting.
You wouldn't catch anyone from the Jersey Shore wearing that.
It's not even velour. If it was velour, I might go, okay, she's doing a juicy couture thing. But she's not even.
Sophie backtracked on her statement.
Oh, whoa! Not backtracking.
Yeah, flip flopping.
I thought it was a solid fabric. What? Why would you think that?
She don't like the lace either.
Yeah, it's bad. Okay, so I'm giving this an F.
Yeah, I'm gonna give us an F for fangul.
I was gonna say for what's fake? What's like what's the Italian thing for fake? It's like fugazi.
Fugazi, yeah, fugazi.
Yeah, F for fugazi and other things and other Italian things. I'm just gonna put Itai for short.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so that's a no. It's a no on the whole suit. It's a no on the gloves. It's a no. The glasses are kind of a yes. I don't mind these shoes, but you know,
it doesn't work with that fit though. Like, yeah, if you had that with like a skirt, you know, or some tight jeans, I'm fucking with it. Yeah.
The sweater. It doesn't matter. Let's go on to the next one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, whoa.
This is a problem for me. I don't like it, frankly.
You're not Janet. What does she think she's doing?
I don't like the studded hat. I don't think they made that though. I think that was like an expensive hat that she bought. But the shirt does look inexpensive because that definitely is Teddy Fresh. There's no way any other company would make a shirt that ugly, dude. Like the pants are not Teddy Fresh, probably. They're just like vinyl black pants, you know. But then, so like, you know what? If she would have wore just a black T-shirt, with nothing on it, I might be like, you know what? She kind of went crazy on this. If she just had a
Tell you
shirt like
what,
this, you know?
if you had a white tank top with that other jacket, that blue jacket
Oh,
that I liked on top of that,
hold on a second. If she had a white tank top with that big fucking jacket,
with the
like
shoulder
that one,
pads,
the
yeah,
shoulder pad joint,
that's a
hey,
fit.
that's a fit right there.
Yeah,
But instead, she cheapened it all up with this Titty Fresh shirt with the different colored buttons that look like just bad. They look cheap. They look cheap from afar. I don't have to zoom in to know that these little teddy bear fucking head buttons look stupid. It doesn't go with the sort of dark flare, the dramatic dark flare of the rest of the outfit that she's got going on here. It's like in her mind. Oh, you know what? Credit to her for finding a hat
I
that
knew you were going to go there. I was waiting for you.
credit to her for finding a hat that perfectly rests on this cranium. Because you know that goes up to the very top right here, dude. This is the skull shape, bro. It goes right up there, bro. It's huge. And she's got that little braid with the
I
stem.
do like her hair, the way I like that bob cut thing. I
Oh
like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
So here's the thing. I'm giving this like a C minus because I don't mind the pants or the
Yeah.
hat.
I
I
vibe on the
just
pants. I like the
those
pants a lot.
shoes kind of look like she may have went off too, you know?
Yeah.
The
I'm going to give her a
problem is this
solid C.
shirt. It's so bad.
The shirt's bad. I'm going to give
The
it a solid
shirt,
C.
yeah. The skull shape is so crazy. That's she needed that hat specifically. She must have been like, when you find the hole that fits you specifically. Like she was like, this is my hat, you know? A 10-gallon joint, like the Arby's hat, but with studs. This was made for me. Okay, here's a problem.
Well, uh,
Oh,
wow. I don't. She's trying to do like Afro puffs or something there with her hair. Well, I don't know what that is.
someone says ICC going to need a new division for fashion crimes. That's what we're doing here. That's the thing. Is like she had the audacity to judge Met Gala outfits when she has uploaded endless photos of herself wearing the dumbest possible shit
Now
that
look at
she
this.
made.
Those shoes with those jorts works for
Okay,
me. I
so
like
here's
those
the thing.
shoes.
These aren't jorts. These are just pants.
No, I mean not the jorts from the previous photo.
Oh, well, here's the other thing. She didn't make these. She didn't make these Adidas.
Oh, and
These
yeah,
are
I
just
don't even. Yeah, I'm just
yeah.
putting
Like
that aside.
I like these Adidas. I don't like
Yeah,
that she put a maroon lace on them. I think that
no,
kind of
but
looks stupid.
I do like those shoes a lot.
I love a green shoe and I love a blue shoe and I love a green and blue shoe together.
Hmm. Yeah,
And to
the
be
barbed
honest,
wire,
I like the idea of the barbed wire, but I
but
do
not.
not like the way it goes sort of on the inside of the knee, you
Yeah,
know? And I absolutely hate whatever's going on over here,
yeah.
you know? Like, for some reason, her aesthetic is like, what if I drew on my clothes? And you know what I think? What if you didn't draw on your clothes? What if instead you designed a pattern or something that didn't look like you drew it with Sharpies? That would be cool. Because I like, again, I like the idea of this sort of like a tattoo old school kind of thing on a pant leg like that. I think that's nice. But this contradicts this. The two do not go together.
Yeah,
And also the cut of the pants looks stupid. Like, what is
yeah.
this?
It's a horrible. I don't like the pleat. I don't like the
I
pleat.
don't like the wide leg here that goes down to like this thing. The pleat is bad. She found ways to make a solid idea, which is just this thing, to a really dumb idea. And then we get to the shirt. Obviously, it's another one of her dumbass, like a shirt for a baby, but for an adult.
Yeah.
Why did she make so many
Well, it's
shirts
like she's
for
trying to do a Grateful
babies?
Dead thing with this, with the bears and the, it's like that Grateful
Well,
Dead
that's
aesthetic.
their brand is the bear, you
No,
know?
I know, but this is like even to me. This is like when I see this is like music festival shit right here.
Now,
This
are
is like
you just thinking of the Grateful Dead because of the shape of her skull? Hold on. Wait a second.
bruh.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
I know what you're talking about.
Hold up, bro. I got something. I had something to show the audience who's definitely interested. So you were thinking of the bear logo, but everybody else was thinking of this right here. Wait, what? Why isn't it going? Copy image. This is what everyone else is thinking of, and it fits her perfectly, dude. That's the craziest part about it. Is it's like if you would have just showed me this before today, I would have thought it's the Grateful Dead. But now that I've seen her in action with this crazy skull, I think every time I see this, I'm going to think Hila Klein. How did the Grateful Dead predict that? my boy Saul says, "What is happening with her hair?" I do not know. I have no clue. I'll die not knowing what happened with her hair, dude. This is one of the worst decisions I've ever seen anybody make, and it's like tough company considering the other looks that have been in this fucking slide.
I will say I like the streaks in her hair. I like that.
Oh yeah, you know what? Her hair looks very healthy right here too.
Yeah,
she would have beautiful hair, but then she will then like do this thing, whatever the fuck that is, like kind of like Fieldy from Korn, but if he just had two of them instead of like a bunch of little cool ones.
It's like very Woodstock 99 type thing she's trying to do.
Yeah, and you know what? I would throw her into that where they're breaking stuff.
I'm gonna give this an F plus, but only for the shoes. The shoes with a plus.
F plus for the shoes. We love the specials. I think those are.
I might get myself some of those. I don't know. 48-year-old man. I don't know if I can pull those off.
No, I think you can. I think they're made for 40-year-old people. Dude, you know what? Speaking of which, I'm thinking about getting some truly old man shoes. Because they're good for plantar fasciitis. Mm-hmm. What is it?
Plantar fasciitis.
That's it. I have it, right? Like I go on my walks.
Yeah.
And I was looking up shoes, and I was talking to my boy DB Andrew about like, oh, what shoes would be good, for like this kind of thing.
Yeah, you're a big dude walking around on them feet. You need to protect them, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So I found these one shoes, and they're sort of like I did a lot of research on this, but they are the New Balance sort of answer to the like dad shoes that Nike makes, like the Air Monarchs. You know what? It doesn't. I'll tell you about it later. Oh wait, is that it? Yeah, that is it. Okay, no, it's the 608. I'll show you it. Because here's the thing: is like some of them, I think I could get fits off with it. I could look totally like a normal human being. But then if I get the other ones, it's like I'm the most washed person to ever live. So I'll show you both of them because I think it would be funny to buy the ones where I just look like these are the ones I'm likely going to get. God damn it, dude. Here we go. These are the ones I'm likely going to get.
Okay.
Because they're just gray. They almost just look like regular New Balances. Is that?
Yeah, those are non-offensive, just normal ass shoes. Like,
but then there are these monsters right here that look like
I like those
with the navy joints and shit.
Yeah,
that's kind of hard, huh? You know what? If she would have had these on this, I'm like, wait a minute, we're having a conversation. It's a bad conversation because the rest of the outfit, but we're talking. Whereas this, I'm walking away from her. I'm like, you're not Tyler the Creator. You're not Golf Wang. You're a clown. You dress like a clown. Here's another one. Another clown fit. Another Raggedy Ann ass fit.
I don't even know how. Yeah, what is this? I don't even know what.
So I think she was just taking like a picture with like the rest of her design team. For Teddy Fresh or like some other models or something. But like you could tell that she feels like not confident. And how could you with this outfit? Like she looks like she's wearing clothes that are made of plastic for like little toys, like a little doll's clothes.
Yeah.
But they're again, the problem is she made this.
one thing I'm noticing too is like she doesn't match well. Like there's like one element that's good in almost everything where it's like, oh, that's kind of cool, but
It
then
almost
everything else is a
works.
mess. It
Yeah.
almost works. So there's an element in here that works and it looks good on you, and then there's like everything else is just like haphazardly put together. You know,
Yeah. It's like, and again, this is me, an actual fashion expert, frankly.
she
Not
looks
a
happy
person
there.
who you would think, oh, this guy looks like a freak. He looks like a caveman. He looks like, you know, he doesn't know anything about fashion. I know everything
Yeah,
about fashion.
that's what
I've
I
watched
think.
multiple seasons of Project Runway. I am a world renowned comic artist who's known for fashion, you know?
Mhm.
It's like I know fashion. This is not it. So, what do we give this grade? Like, I don't even want to dwell on this. The
I,
shirt's ugly. The pants are ugly. The
can we give it
fucking
incomplete or like a
this thing is
non-NA,
bad too.
NA non-applicable
You're
because it
giving
just
it
doesn't.
NA because
Yeah,
you hate it.
it's just nothing. It's just like, oh,
It's
you
just
woke up. Yeah, it kind of looks like those are pants. I guess the pants could work in this in some context, but I don't know. Like with that top, I don't know. I'm just not feeling anything
what
on
is
it.
going on? I just realized there's two buttons right here, and I do not know what the function of those buttons must be. It's
Maybe there's a side pocket. I don't know.
uh
I don't know.
I don't know. I guess this is why you shouldn't copy patterns from Oshkosh Bagosh.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Again, youth coded. It's weird. I don't.
Yeah.
I feel like she could be running into a gingerbread house or something, and like a witch would eat her or something.
The pants might be fine if she just had it with like a black shirt with like a graphic
Yeah,
on it or something.
yeah.
But then she has
Black
to go
too.
make this like weird jacket thing that's like color blocked with like gingham. And I don't understand it. I do not understand the mentality of somebody
Yeah, like
who
do a
would be
plain tee with those pants and then like some fucking Adidas or something. That works
those
for
even
me.
that same pair of Adidas.
Yeah,
Maybe wear
maybe different color.
maybe wear like a something like that, like just like a jersey or something.
Yeah,
It'd be kind of hard
jersey.
because the pants. I'm not super mad at the pants
No,
when
I
you
think they're
think
kind of
about the
cool.
context of it.
Yeah,
The problem is that she does not get. She just does. She's incapable of getting a fit off.
I will say though, in this picture she looks happy, and the other ones she does look. She looks kind of miserable, and this one she looks happy, and
She does
I'm
look
happy.
happy.
I'm happy that she's smiling and she looks healthy and
Oh,
happy there.
that's
You know.
beautiful. I'm glad.
Yeah.
To me, there's still like a sunkenness to her eyes. Like overall, you look at that face, you think happy. But what happens if you just see the eyes? You don't think that's a happy individual. You think that's a person with dark, dark demons,
Well,
dude.
she's got kids. You know, maybe that just adds to
It's
it.
just you look at those eyes and you think that's she's seen some evil things go down.
I'm not even going to go there.
You see like you see hatefulness in these eyes. You see demonic energy in these eyes. You don't see that?
I'm not saying I don't.
You start to see like that these are not teeth, these are fangs, you know? Arrgh. She looks like Baraka from Mortal Kombat. next fit. Oh, this is the jacket from this one, from the first one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that.
Because it's got a giant bow on it.
Oh, yeah. It looks
And
better on this bit than it does with that. But what are the
you know
shoes? What
what?
are we looking at with these shoes? What's
She's got like
okay?
some
Oh,
clunkers in there. I'm not, you
wow.
know
What?
what? Wait a minute. I'm not mad at this one fully.
No, no, I'm not.
I got a problem with it, which is that this gray doesn't really feel like it goes with these grays. It's just dark enough that it feels like they don't go together. It's almost like she had this jacket for a fit like this, and she was like, "Oh, it's close enough." I do not understand. I do not understand the braid situation that she's got going on. I do not understand why her bucket hat has little bells on it.
So you can hear her coming. No.
It's just like you hear this ding 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 when you're just trying to like fucking watch a movie or something.
Yeah, I think if that was just like a regular plain black bucket hat, that would this would be like an A fit for me.
Mm-hmm.
Even with the braids, like the braids, these braids don't bother me. The other ones where she was trying to do the fucking corn thing, I wasn't feeling that. But these are
He's
like,
kind of doing like a fieldy from corn thing right here, though.
well, I mean, she doesn't do the lump.
Twist.
I'm gonna give this a B.
Okay.
I'm
B
gonna give it a B.
for
B plus. B plus.
B
B
for
plus. Baraka.
Bruh.
Okay, you give it a B. I'm going to give it a C because I feel like these pants could have been ironed. I do not like how it looks like she got them out of like an Amazon package and you can still see creases on them. I think that looks cheap. I think these pants are probably not cheap. I don't like how I see her little dirty belly button poking through here. I think that's disgusting. It's grotesque. I think she should have wore an undershirt, frankly. I think she should have hid that, you know.
I would say on those, I would like to see like a laced boot with this because I feel like, it breaks up the monotony.
I do like this little chain on the purse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next.
So far, that's the best one.
Oh, this was the best one?
No, the one that's the best one.
This one,
so
yeah.
far. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'll look at my favorite one. And maybe we haven't seen it yet. So there's this one. How do you feel about this one? This feels like one of those ones where like she had nothing to do with it. Like I feel like it almost is like if Teddy Fresh would have made this, it would have had an ugly pattern and like random things on it where you'd be like, why is that color blocked? But like as it is, I'm not overly mad at this one, frankly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know why she's eating a bunch of bell peppers. I think that's weird.
Bell peppers are fire, man.
Yeah. But like, why is she only eating the bell peppers? Though? Why does she have nothing else with her?
Maybe she just wanted the green to offset the pink, you know.
Okay. Yeah, it's just for fashion.
Yeah, I don't the shoes. I don't like the Alice in Wonderland shoes with the bows on it.
Yeah.
You know.
This kind of reminds me of that one. Like was that band like D-Light? The groove is in the heart.
Groove is in the heart. Sing it, baby.
In the heart. There.
Yeah, I think if you put like a white go-go boot on that, it might look a lot better.
I don't mind these shoes. Frankly, I'm giving this a B because I feel like everything about it works. She even managed to fake a little poof up here to kind of cover up for obviously the unfortunate shape of her skull. That thing is, it looks like a poop, but that's actually slicked back. That's actually tightly pulled against the back of her head. You know?
I'm gonna give it a B. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a B too. I'm gonna give it a B.
You know what would have been cool though?
Pink looks good on her with this hair color. You know, it works for her.
The whole thing looked good. I feel like this might be my favorite one.
It's up there for the other one we just saw. But like you said, there's no.
She's rounding the bases on these. Like at first we thought she's never going to get a fit off, and then she got one off randomly.
Now, yeah, if you wore that to the Met Gala, that's a dandy outfit.
That's a dandy outfit. You know what could have set it off though is if she would have had a hat like a beret.
Yeah.
Okay,
Raspberry
so what else
beret.
we got here? Okay. How we feel? Her shirt says, "Therapy is not enough. I need to ruin his life."
Well,
now here's what I'm noticing.
I hate this.
She's got the fake Chola makeup on again. This might be from the same time as the other one.
Yeah.
So you got to look at the proper context of if she went all the way with the Chola eyebrows.
I don't.
This is obviously a bad outfit. This is obviously a bad look.
Yeah.
This is obviously one of the worst things we've ever seen on this show. This is like up there with like serious trauma.
We've looked at some horrible shit on this show overall. Yeah. And this is the worst. This is an F-. There's so much shit going on that clashes with each other. There's so many different.
Well, the thing is, they doesn't even really clash with each other. It all kind of matches for the first time in the entire slide. It's just every piece is uglier than the last.
Yeah, well,
Like this, obviously, this hat is just an atrocity. Oops, I spelled
those leg
atrocity.
warmers and those stockings don't
Atrocity.
really fit well together. Like, I guess they're
These
supposed
leg
to.
warmers, yeah.
Yeah, I
But
don't really like.
these stockings go kind of hard, and then she ruins it with these.
Yeah, then that's the one element in her outfit that works. Like we were saying.
I kind of like
Like,
the patent leather shoes with the stockings. I feel like she was like, okay, she kind of went crazy with that.
I
But
like the
then
lace
these
up
are just
skirt.
so bad, and
Yeah,
the skirt is just it's another like fake Charlie XZX joint. I've seen it a lot,
but that could work
and
with other elements if it was matched differently. But with the rest of this, it doesn't.
these like Jeff Hardy sleeves. Like, first of all, you're not Allen Iverson. You're not a shooter.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't have that in the duffel. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
We're not
Do
AI.
not do not pretend you can shoot the three or
Also,
anything.
the print on the shirt with the letter, the little saying on it.
Yeah.
Like, you're a married woman with children. You're not about that life. Like, yeah.
Salt says brave to pick a hat that emphasizes the oblong nature of her cranium. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what you read my mind. F atrocity. When I spelled atrocity like an idiot. Atrocity.
Dumb fucking moron.
It's just because I got ahead of myself, dude. I'm dyslexic and you're being ableist right now.
Yeah. Well,
You know I'm dyslexic.
stand by it. I stand
Okay,
by
next outfit. Dude, the groove is in the heart again, dude.
it.
How we feel about this?
You know,
I, I need to take a refreshing drink of Plezzy.
what flavor? Is that the lemon lime?
I'm almost done with lemon lime.
The apple
Yeah,
juice?
you could tell because I'm enjoying it so much. Yeah,
See, like her hair, like,
just like the
oh, that's.
slightly lime flavored apple juice.
I like the shirt. I mean, I like I like the shirt and the skirt. I think that's cool. I don't like, and who might have judged somebody's makeup, but I don't like the fucking the
She
shit
looks
on
like
her
a
face.
Scandinavian fruit witch. She looks like some sort of Icelandic terror.
Again, a beret would have worked much better on this.
Bray could have went crazy.
Um,
I don't like the look of her. Like, I don't like the look that she's giving. Like, yeah, I'm not going to judge her makeup either. Obviously, unless it was Chola makeup. And in fact, if she would have had the integrity to do the Chola makeup again, then maybe I could have given her a higher score here.
Now, I'm not saying that she has a oblong cranium, but I will say that that hat makes it look like she has an oblong cranium,
It does have the oblong cranium.
and I would not wear that hat. It doesn't work for me with this outfit.
Oops.
But
Yeah.
I like the shirt and the skirt, so I'm going to give that a C plus.
Oh wow, C plus.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a D, and it's because I don't really care for this knit hat. I do like that she kind of is dressed like a fruit punch, you know? I
Like a
don't like the
pussy.
sheer nature of it. I don't like that I could see her undergarments. It's unflat. It's
Oh, see, I like
unappealing.
that. I like that. I like that. Seeing the undergarments.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're from the rave time period,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
This could have
Definitely.
went off if she would have had a pacifier in
Yeah, that was the fit in the '90s that we wore to the clubs.
a
That
glow
was the
stick,
glow stick, pacifier, Vicks Vapor
glow
Rub.
stick, pacifier,
Yep.
groove is in the heart.
Yep. Doing whippets.
She looks like a party monster, like the Macaulay Culkin thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I
Okay.
like it.
Well, I don't like that Michael Alley killed that people. It's okay. So I have a problem with this one. You know I'm a huge Aaliyah fan.
Yeah.
And this is Teddy Fresh shamelessly ripping off Tommy Hilfiger.
Yeah.
They just made it red and green instead of red and blue. They hate America for this color palette, frankly. But yeah, it's hard for me to look past what she's doing, which is just ripping off Aaliyah.
Yeah.
And it's like my culture is not your costume. You know? And I know
Yeah.
like Aaliyah technically is not part of my culture, but in a way she is. Because I listened to Aaliyah when I was a child.
A lot of people.
And I don't know if Aaliyah really penetrated Israel like that, which is where she grew up.
Everyone fucked with Aaliyah, didn't they?
In
Who didn't love
Israel?
Aaliyah? Well, I don't know. I don't know about Israel.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I thought the only music they listened to was like weird techno music over there.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah, the appropriation is off the charts here.
It's too much appropriation. I can deal with a little bit.
Yeah.
I can't deal with you literally making, not even like she got a costume to look like Aaliyah. Her company made this so that other people, so that other Yakubs could buy this.
Yeah.
And wear and look like an idiot, look like a fucking asshole.
That's an F.
For that reason, I give it an F. For disrespecting Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Okay, no. Stick to the Chola shit.
You know what? A lot of her outfits, age is just a number.
Wow, that's true. R. Kelly is looking through the other ones of this like, damn, girl, you getting fit off after fit off. Okay, so this one I got a problem with. I don't know if you could tell what's going on here. So I mean, like, you know, if I'm being honest, if this look didn't have the little drawings on it, I might not be as mad at it. Frankly, I kind of like the way she styled this up here. I feel like she looks windswept. You know?
Yeah, her hair looks good here.
The glasses kind of set the whole vibe off.
Yeah.
Frankly, but this skirt is made from a pair of pants that they sold, and they just added
I thought that was pants.
They just added a denim piece in it to make it a maxi skirt, dude. I don't know if you can see what's going on down here.
She's ripping. Oh my god,
This was a Marvel collab where they made clothes where they just put like random, like, you know, who would this be? This would be like Buscema art.
Yeah, did the Buscema family get any kickback from this? Is it?
I think it was just Marvel. I think it was just Marvel who got the kickback. You have the Hulk, you have an Iron Man, you have a random Thor, random She-Hulk, and it's just Teddy Fresh and like this fake comic book lettering. Okay, my culture is not your costume.
Yeah,
okay,
this is our culture for sure.
This is my shit, dude. And why is your shirt just 3 different like jeans, like waistbands stitched together? That's weird, isn't it? It's like, this is hardly a shirt. Again, like, if she would have not had this blue one, I think it kind of went a little hard. But then she had to like add the blue one, and then she had to like make it this ugly fucking. Oh, the blue is to match this blue.
Yeah, it's to tie
it in. Oh, yeah. Well, it still looks bad.
Yeah, I don't. Well, you know, but she looks good here.
I don't like the little drawings on it. I think that.
Yeah, I don't like that. Stupid. That's like that. Who's that motherfucker who would rip off would paint comic panels and made a lot of money off of it? Yeah, fuck that guy. So fuck this. That's an F.
Well, even though they paid for it, they just. I don't like the placement of them. I just feel like they're just random. Like, it doesn't feel like it goes with the thing. It's just like randomly placed. Like, why isn't there one up here? Why isn't there anything on the collar? I feel like you could have, if you had this imagery, you could have designed it to where like the little Iron Man guys up here, maybe it looks like a patch, like an actual jacket, or like you would have like some of this stuff on the side, one on the leg. There's ways to make this work, but it's just like they put clip art randomly on the fucking pants and jacket. You know what I mean?
Why is I just don't understand why she has Marvel art on that. It's just because like people love Marvel shit now.
Yeah. They paid for the thing.
Yeah,
but like I'm saying, like if she would have had like, you know, this tastefully done to where there's some little Marvel piece right here, little Marvel piece right here, some right here. Wait, why is my thing not drawing? Oh, there we go. Some right. Oh my god. Some right there, maybe some across here. You can have one right here, but then it has to be off balance, maybe on the side of the leg. So like, you know what I mean? Like it could have been a look, but instead it's just like no thought went into it. It's anti-design, which is offensive to me as a very design-oriented man. Okay, next look. Wait, well, what did you give that?
F.
I'll give it a D. Because I do like the colors, and I thought her hair and her glasses looked okay. I'll give it a D minus. Okay. Now this was the Godzilla look. How do you feel about that? I don't like the jorts. Let me just start off. I don't like the jorts. I don't like that she did like the sort of skater use a shoelace to tie as a belt, but she's also pitching a tent, which is never good looking. This sweater, I'm not overly mad at it, I guess, but I don't like how the fire and the buildings are like very like simple design, but then the Godzilla is super detailed. Like it should match.
Yeah.
In this knitwear, and it
Yeah.
doesn't.
It's because like it's a still from a movie that they used, and then they just like
right. They
threw
just
in some fucking shitty buildings on it.
They just copied it and they made the building shitty. But if this blue matched this blue, and it maybe had some of the elements of the yellow going through here, and like it maybe this blue and this blue were the same, then it kind of would have went crazy. But instead, it's just like this random gray Godzilla in the middle of this sweater. How do you feel about the Sasha Banks hair, though?
The bangs it looks good on Sasha. The bangs work for her.
Bangs should be a little longer, as you know. If you have a head like this, you can't have the turf bangs. She's about an inch short of her goal here.
I will say, she looks ready to destroy that city.
Rate it, you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I hope there's no hospitals.
Well, you don't know what's under the hospitals.
It's true. Godzilla always says it. Godzilla says that they use those buildings as human shields. So
Godzilla said, "I had to destroy that hospital. Hamas had a tunnel underneath it." Anyways, how do you feel about this look? Oh wait, what did you give this one?
I'm gonna give that a C.
Okay, I'll ride with you because it's not overly offensive. The sweater almost works, and I like the chain. Frankly, I like the skater boy aesthetic of it. He was a skater boy. He said, "See you later, boy."
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at the shorts, really. I just.
Yeah, you are Avril Lavigne fan, so.
Avril won.
Not this new one. The clone.
Yeah. So how do we feel about this look right here?
That's yeah. I mean,
I feel like this is like it looks like a tablecloth for Christmas, and then she like went crazy and made like an outfit out of it.
Yeah, like.
And it's like, why did you do that?
It's
you should have picked any other fabric.
She's a Pizza Hut.
Pizza. She haunts the Pizza Hut, dude. She lives in that little like that little like green tinted like lamp cover that they used to have at Pizza Huts and stuff. Be like over the thing. She emanates from that.
I don't like the puritanical collar.
She goes into the frosted glass at night.
I don't like the Puritan collar. It doesn't.
Yeah. It's just like this is just boring and depressing, right? It's not even like bad. It's just like kind of annoying. This is like the kind of shit that Elaine used to wear on Seinfeld, but Elaine made it work.
Yeah.
Because the print looked good. The whole vibe went off. It fit her better than this. This is just like not a good look. I don't like this sort of the way it cuts here. I feel like this should be a little bit flowier. I feel like this should be a little bit tighter, a little bit more form fitting. Instead, it's just like kind of just like a bag over her. So for that reason, I'm giving it an F. How about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a D because it made me think of Pizza Hut. I love pizza.
Oh, okay, yeah, Pizza Hut's delicious.
Yeah,
I don't blame you for that. How you feel about this one?
It's like an optical illusion going on with her legs there. It's like it makes it look like her legs are rubber, like rubber bands.
Yeah, the print kind of looks like a building. Like it looks like
From the Godzilla that we just saw.
yeah. The fabric of that dress is hideous. I don't know that they made that. I don't know if that's like a Teddy Fresh thing, but it looks bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this a D.
A D?
It's not feeling this. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's
I'll give it a D too.
The thing about it is, at least there's not some shit all over it. Like there's not like teddy bears or like.
Thank God for small mercies.
Yeah,
at
like
least it's just like it's ugly and it looks cheap, but at least it's also not covered with annoying little prints.
Yeah. If I saw her walking down the street, I wouldn't be like, "Oh, this person's an asshole." It's like, "Oh, they just like are kind of." I don't know.
Frankly, I like these loafers.
They're loafers are cool.
Creepers or whatever. I don't mind these.
I don't like the stockings. Like
don't like the stockings. Yeah. Hate the dress. The dress is just disturbing. I don't like that she has the Titanic. The Titanic like heart of the sea on her.
Like that's a thing. Like that looks like a rat, like a schmata rag, like something you'd wear if you're just stepping out of the house to get like some coffee or pick up your kids or something. And that's fine if it's like cheap, but that's probably like $300. Yeah. So it's like it's.
She bungled that one.
Yeah.
Okay, this is one of her looks. I think that when I Googled just like Hila Klein fashion, this was one of the first things that came up. This must be one of her like go-to joints. How we feel?
Soccer mom. I'm not feeling the boots with this.
Yeah, I don't like how it has like a jean over it. It's not cool.
Yeah. I feel like I don't. For like me, this would be like if you had like high socks with sneakers on this, it would look better.
If you had any other color shorts than this color, I feel like it's too saturated for the desaturated shirt.
Yeah.
It just doesn't go.
Yeah.
I feel like the rugby sort of shirt is kind of nice.
Yeah, looks comfortable. Looks very comfortable.
I like the colors on it even.
Yeah.
But the shorts throw it off for me. If she would have just had a pair of those black mom jeans that she had when she was younger and more vibrant and full of life, could have went off, And I honestly, like, I've now been staring at her grotesque head shape for so long that I forget what a normal head looks like sometimes. And I have to remind myself by like looking at other things in my room, like, oh, what does a human head look like? Not this monstrosity, right? Not this evil shape.
Yeah, I was just about to compliment her hair,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, anyways, what do you give this one?
I'm gonna give us a D+.
D+. I'm with you. Double D pluses. Yeah. Because if not for this color of short, I almost wouldn't mind it. But she picked those shorts. All right. Another Marvel collab.
Ay. It's like Venom's trying to get out of him.
Yeah. Venom is trying to run away from the fit. He's like, we do not belong here.
Who's the symbiote in this photo?
So like the drawing is cool. Obviously,
yeah, it's Mark Bagley, right?
Is that Bags?
I think it's Bagley.
Oh yeah, you're probably right about that. I like the print. I hate this jacket. I hate whatever the fuck this like sailor hat is.
He's wearing her Anthony Bones jacket.
Why is the jacket so high? This purse looks like she doesn't even know how to hold it because it's got the little rivets.
Yeah, that's weird. That's
and she just puts fringe on it. Everything just got fringe on it. It's like, give me a break, dude.
Can we give this a V for Venom?
Yeah. V for Venom. I don't know why her like backdrop is like has a little sticker back there. Snickers. It says stinker. Oh, you know what? I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it says that, but I hate that I zoomed in and that's what I read. Pisses me off. Okay, so we're not liking this one.
Alex in the chat says definitely Mark Bagley.
Oh, shout out to Alex. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, it's definitely bags. It's a cool print. Everything else about it I despise.
Yeah. The jacket thing, I get it's a fashion thing, but when it's like so high up, you're not. I just.
Okay, so here's another one. This was an artistic look that they were doing. I don't even want to spend too long on it. Just give it a quick grade. This is
an F
there's
for
a
flat
line.
ass.
You know my favorite Mad Men quote is when his wife's mom in like the later Megan Draper. She's like this French Canadian lady or whatever, and she says it's a sad thing when a girl has the soul of an artist, but she is not an artist or whatever. Something like that. Like where you have the ambitions of being an artist, but you have no artistic, because I've just met so many people like that where it's like, oh, they want to be artists so bad. They love the idea of being an artist, of being special, of having something about them that is creative. But every time they do stuff, they just make themselves look like fucking idiots. And this is one of those cases. By the way, I'm almost down to my last Plezzy.
Nice.
This one's done, baby. I'm getting so much vitamin C, bro. I'm gonna be pissing vitamin C. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Do we have to grade this? Is it what? I mean, I don't even know.
You could just say no, like no.
Yeah, just no.
Yeah, we're just saying no. Sorry.
No.
Here we go. We're almost at the finish line, bro. We got 2 more looks and then we're done, or 3 more looks. This is one of them. You know what? I'm not
mad
at this one. Yeah, I'm not really mad at this one.
Yeah.
And I think some of these I put in because I'm like, look, I don't want to just be shitting on her nonstop. It's not like she can't dress ever. It's just she mostly dresses like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, she dresses like a dickhead for sure. Like,
oh god, the mangoes.
Wow. Save the best for last. The mango.
Save the best for last. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a B plus.
B plus.
You know what? No, I'm gonna give us an A. She deserves an A. I'm giving her an A.
She did it. I'm still giving it a B minus.
That's fair.
There's just little things about it I don't like. I don't like the fit of these shorts. I wish they could have been a little bit different. I'm not mad at it overall though. I don't like whatever the fuck is going on with this pearl earring. Great hat shape considering everything. You know? We love that. It's just like when she found that other cowboy hat where she was like, it's perfect. You know? I can look a little bit like Buckethead from I can look a little bit like Buckethead from Guns N' Roses, but not too much like Buckethead from Guns N' Roses. But she's got sort of that blank kabuki-like face that Buckethead has because of his mask, and obviously the bucket hat. So she's You know what? B for Buckethead. She got one off there. How do you feel about this one?
A.
Say A?
No, definitely not A. This is like some Wes Anderson.
You notice what she's got on her head, though. She went back to what works.
I like the sunglasses. I like the. I like that shadowy, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it's like a ombre.
Yeah. But I don't like the Mystic Kingdom. Or what's the Wes Anderson movie? Mystic Kingdom or?
Oh, Moonrise Kingdom.
Moonrise Kingdom vibe she's got going there. Like
I like that movie too.
Yeah, but it doesn't work for her. This is like
I definitely see a little bit of that Wes Anderson vibe here.
Yeah, it's youth coded again. We're back to the youth coded stuff.
The youth coded is a problem.
Yeah.
This looks like this also kind of reminds me of like that 1970s like Fab Five Freddy makes everybody high. You know what I mean? Like Blondie trying to rap if it was like a fit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not into it.
Not into it. I'm gonna give it
like the cream socks either.
But I'm gonna give it a D+ for the sunglasses because
Oh, okay.
I'm glad. I feel the sunglasses. I like that. I like that too.
I'm giving it just like I'm with you. I'm with it. I'm at a D. I don't mind the colors either. It's just the way it's all put together. It makes her look like she's like grounded for being truant at school. And this is our last one. This is the end.
I used to pick the best for last, huh?
Just whatever one was on the end of my list.
Look away. Yeah. Well, no problem.
Trying. Okay.
Another again, the Oshkosh Bagosh.
It's
So they're like,
super Oshkosh Bagosh. I like
so
the
like,
shoes though.
yeah,
Yes
the
on the
parent
shoes.
is like a parents just don't understand video thing going on here with
Oh yeah.
the back. Dun, 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 dun. That's the
Will
first thing
Smith
that popped
looking
in my head.
ass.
Yeah.
This is
I
also like
like,
TLC, like that, early like Condomai TLC.
yeah, I like the green sweater.
Hmm.
I like that neon green.
Oh, she's kind of got her Luigi fit going.
Yeah.
No, she's almost Luigi. Like, imagine if her hat was sort of like this, but with white, and then it said an L on it, with the shape of an L on her forehead.
You know what though? Like,
Well,
the suspenders are fine and it's modest. You know.
she's got a
Um,
perfect nose for the Luigi vibe too. Tell me that ain't Luigi, bro. White gloves?
We should watch the Mario Brothers movie.
That'd be sick.
I'm gonna give this an L for Luigi.
It's a Luigi.
It's a me, Luigi.
I had the soundbite. Hold on, let me hit them with the soundbite real quick. Oh, well, I'm not on the soundbite. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. This is gonna be so funny when it hits. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, that's so funny." Hold on. This is.
Now you built up it.
I'm a Luigi, number one.
All
See, I
right,
told you it was gonna be funny.
yeah, yeah.
It's a process. It's a process. It's a process.
Well, on that note, should I just? There's like a solid amount of this Plezzy left. Should I just bang this out before we go?
Do it.
There's
Slam
like
it.
half of it left. Okay, we're going chug. This is for my guy Steph Curry, my goat Steph Curry. Thank you for a wonderful season, magical season. We almost won a championship.
No, you didn't.
Well, almost. We were one of the final 8, were we not?
That's we call that almost winning a championship, but go chug. There you
Boom!
go. Boom.
We did it, brother. We drank all 3 Plezzies and saved the best one for last. Boom. Thank you, my goat, Steph Curry, for the wonderful sports beverage. I will never drink them again, frankly. Can't do it. Not for me. Not my kind of thing. But, I'm sure children will like it. It's juice. It's made for kids.
Yeah.
And unlike these clothes, which are made for adults. What the fuck? Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us. It's been a wonderful episode. We got through all 2 topics that we were going to talk about today. Nothing more like we wanted to. We had other stuff, but you know what? The nice thing is we're going to do this again next week.
Next week.
Yeah. You got anything to promote? I know you do.
Do I?
Your
Oh,
book just came
yeah.
out.
Yeah. Rick and Morty Youth and Rick Vault trade paperback just came out yesterday. And it's in comic shops everywhere, all over the globe. You can pick it up. I'm proud of it. It's by Michael Morisi, wrote it. Josh Jensen colored it.
Read. I just love reading.
Crank with the letters, drawn by me, published
Crank?
by.
I used to love the Crank cast. You ever listen to that?
No, who's
Great.
that?
Crank had a podcast.
Oh, he did? I didn't even know.
It was Crank and Norton, and they would talk about random shit. I loved it. It was great. My favorite. It was my favorite comics podcast. They did not talk about comics.
Well, and it's published by Oni, and it's out in shops everywhere, and it's a super fun book.
I wonder if Crankcast is still going. Hit them up. Oni, shout out
Shout out
Rick and
Oni.
Morty. And For the real ballers out there, there's this book that came out called Absolute Batman. And this variant was like 1 in something. It was a pretty high variant number. So I heard that it was going for big money in the stores. So
it was $20 in my comic shop.
It's too rich for my blood.
Yeah, I was like, damn, dude, I can't afford that.
1 in 25 variant cover. That's a lot. That means whatever that means. I don't really know. But you can also read, if you like comic books and you're at the comic book store, Supergirl #1 by Sophie Campbell, written and drawn, colored by Tamara Bonvillain. 2 of our best friends.
Best book on the shelves right now, I would say.
That's why they're getting us to do variant covers. Maybe they're not.
Not gonna hold my breath.
Yeah, they don't give a shit about us. Nick Dragata is a better friend to me than these people, because Nick said, I'm not drawing unless Ramon does a variant cover. Nick said, pencils down until you get Ramon employed on this thing. They said, well, what are we going to do? Not have Batman Inc? Or Batman, Absolute Batman? Ironically, he doesn't draw this issue. But Marcus Martin does.
Great. I love Marcus Martin. He's fantastic.
He's great. He's so fantastic. And he, I heard, was said, in solidarity with Nick, I'm not going to draw this comic unless Ramon does a variant. So they said, we have no choice. You're twisting our arm into a pretzel. You know?
I told them I wasn't going to draw that comic unless they did a variant, and they did.
He said, okay. They didn't even ask. They didn't even bother. Supergirl, more like super trash, super woke. I hate this comic because I didn't do a variant.
It is a really it's a great looking book. Yeah, it really is.
Not as good as Absolute Batman, but very good. Well, and on that note, thank you very much, everybody, for joining. I hope you had a fantastic week. This has been a very fun episode. I'm wired off that Plezzy.
Yeah, you sound low. Same Jack.
Yeah, suddenly I'm super hydrated. There's no caffeine in there. But anyways, thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you for watching my video. If you really like it, then you should subscribe.
And like down below. Thank you very much. Have a good week. We'll see you next week.
Good night.